finger blasters. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. This is the episode what is this, we almost at 69, right? Is this 69?
I thought we were at 69.
We done passed
episode.
We're at 69.
Yeah. At 69, okay. Episode 69 of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, the only podcast where we get new lights and we got ice. I couldn't think of anything. That was the only thing around me. Listen, I'm back with my friends. Not just co-hosts, friends. I think that's what's most important. A lot of these groups don't have friendship as the basis of their business, and that's why they fail. All right? You can't be a savage squad without having a savage friendship. So, with that being said, I'm back with TSO Sage. Sage, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. Move on from me, man.
Damo, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. Glad to be back. You was talking about real squads.
Damo
stuff,
stands.
You know.
Hey, Damo stands are going crazy in the chat, man.
They were going crazy. Where's
Damo?
He's right there.
Them
Right
niggas didn't give
Damo
a
got
fuck
a
about
hive,
me.
man. I'm telling Damo, you got a hive, man.
No, they did.
You that ass dude.
Niggas didn't give a fuck. Niggas didn't miss me.
Damo, you good? I mean, you got.
Yeah, man. No, I missed the last pod because I was at my stepmom's baby shower, and things kind of ran a lot longer than they needed to. But other than that, just a lot of behind the scenes stuff. But we in this bitch. I'm back, better than ever. We here to
Did y'all have meatballs? Did y'all have the little meatballs and the jelly and the barbecue sauce?
Nah, we went to this Italian spot. I got I can't even pronounce what the fuck I got. But I was in that. There was a lot of older people though. Like it definitely wasn't my crowd, but I was in that bitch.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Bezos, meatballs with jelly and barbecue sauce. You're not black, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh. I was just meatballs and jelly. I've never had it before.
Wait, what?
The little party. The party meatballs that be at parties and stuff like that. You put jelly in that stuff, like jelly and barbecue sauce, and that's how you make them.
Huh. I've never had meatballs and jelly a day in my life either. I ain't gonna lie.
I have.
You have.
It's not bad. I ain't hold you. It was pretty good.
Anyway, Briz Souls, Bitches Souls, Benjamin Souls, whichever one you want to be today.
Aha!
Brian, how you doing?
That was good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just working. That's it.
You good?
I'm good.
Just working? Okay, I just want to check on you. Sometimes
Hey, we've been in contact, man. I've been working behind the scenes. Trust me. Hey, merch coming soon.
Hey,
see, there you have me fucked up. Chat, it's not.
It's not for y'all.
It's
not merch for y'all.
I ain't getting no merch. It's not.
Hey, if you're new to the Twitch, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow. We do a lot of things on here, a lot of extra streams. I keep saying a lot. We've done like 2. We do extra streams. We have extra content coming for you. But the way to take full advantage of that, to even be a part of the show, is if you're a subscriber. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're not watching this on YouTube and you just discovered the podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow the videos. Comment down below which one of us is the biggest casual. Not named Omar. Name the biggest casual outside of me. Okay. We have a shorts channel. Let's Keep It a Buck Shorts. Follow that on YouTube as well. Subscribe. Yeah, that's okay. We haven't changed it, but that's okay. Instagram page. Shout out to the Instagram team over there. Let's Keep It a Buck. And on TikTok. We are probably one of the best TikToks I've ever seen in my life. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a 5-star review. Let's read some. We actually have I'm not making this up. I can't. Yeah, I'm never making these up. When I read these, y'all can see me smiling. It's already gonna be crazy. This person's name is just a period. It says the sexual tension is crazy.
What the fuck?
It's actually from Guapo Soju. That's what it says.
Between
it's just crazy. I don't know if you can't feel it, Sage. Then apparently it's not between you, but. The sexual tension is crazy. Guapo Soju told us that the sexual tension is crazy. Somebody says, on a more serious note, this is from the best podcast reviewer. This is one of the best podcasts out there. The combination of NBA, social media, music, and tons of other topics makes it relatable for audiences of all kinds. My personal favorite discussions are about the NBA. As great as this podcast is, it does have its fair share of issues. In particular, the NBA takes are definitely not accurate. Hey, especially some very outlandish and casual takes from Omizi, also known as Omar. I don't know what to tell you.
Damn.
This podcast is very entertaining, but if you want to learn something or get some objective takes on the NBA or anything else, this podcast definitely isn't for you. Hey, bro.
Damn.
I appreciate the criticism.
That's a fair critique. No cap.
What did you say?
I appreciate the critique, going into detail, giving us, a Rotten Tomato score, man. Hey. Fuck
I get that. Yeah, I understand that. Keep watching my shit. How about that? I don't know what to tell you. Don't know where you can get. If you want, this is my thing about the whole the takes aren't good or whatever. If you want to hear takes that you would 1,000% agree with and you'll think are good, go into a mirror and just start telling yourself NBA takes. Otherwise, somebody else is gonna have a differing opinion and you won't like it. And that's not even to bro. That's to any and everybody. Not that I'm upset about my take. I really don't care. I don't think people understand how little I care. But if you want takes that perfectly fit you, go read or go in the mirror and just talk to yourself about NBA.
But also, what is an objective? What is an objective take? Like,
don't know. That makes that time.
I know how I get down. Honestly, it's just how I talk. Like, it's just because I'm loud, I cuss, and I'm just ignorant with it. But I don't even be saying shit that's outlandish. I really don't. Like, I'll be like,
objective.
Ben Simmons can't fucking shoot. He's a coward. And they were like, bro, Ben Simmons can play making this and that. I said, bro, he can't shoot. I never couldn't pay. He can't shoot. And people would just be like, oh, well, you tripping.
But that's not an objective. Objective take is like an oxymoron. This is all personal opinions. Everything. ESPN to the locker rooms of your favorite organization. It's all personal opinions, like at the end of the day. Again, if you want to hear takes that you'll like 100% of the time, go in the mirror and talk to yourself about NBA basketball. You'll love it. Last one I want to read. This is from I Gotta Keep It a Buck. Wow, they fixed my life. I can't believe it. Sage fixed my erectile dysfunction. I can finally pound the meats, man. I wake up every day to this podcast because this fixed my marriage.
I gotta double check.
She enjoys the poundings now. Let's Keep It a Buck is a fire podcast.
Are these real? Oh my!
This nigga said,
I hear his erectile dysfunction.
I know you can't make these up, but like, what the fuck?
So wait. I'm actually kind of pissed. This nigga called me a blue chew. Like, yo, you good?
Right there, chat.
This nigga
blue chew.
This nigga just called me a blue chew.
You might know if those work. No?
Bro.
Yeah? No?
Dumb.
I wonder how it works when you don't have actual like ED. Like that's a great question.
You super soldier then at that point, right?
Oh, that it is what it is. Okay.
Steve Rogers.
Great question for another day. Let's hop right into basketball because we are a sports platform. Only objective takes though when we do this.
Yeah, LeBron's the GOAT. Yeah. There you go.
Objectively.
We just had media day the other day. And there were a lot of commentary around vaccines again, around player statuses again. That was the main thing because I think everyone's got I think a lot of the basketball opinions are just wait and see type things. One basketball thing that we did get out of this is Russell Westbrook. I think they actually denied this. I take that back. But apparently Russell Westbrook tried to convince Bradley Beal to leave Washington before he left to go to LA. And Bradley Beal said, I'll stay and stick it out. But I think was that proven fake? Does anybody know if that was proven fake?
I haven't seen it come out that it's fake yet.
I haven't seen that it's proven fake, but I've seen the tweet you're talking about.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Damn.
I haven't seen the fake part.
If that's the case, Bradley Beal is a fucking... Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant's commentary is probably the one that we want to comment or highlight on. Kevin Durant was asked about Kyrie Irving's vaccination status, and he responds, "That's his personal decision. What he does is not on us to speculate. I expect us to have our whole team at some point."
At some point. Oh, man.
Yeah. Now, Kyrie Irving, he didn't necessarily address them specifically, but he was saying that these things are personal to me. So I don't want to speak on them. But how do we feel about Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Basically, the Brooklyn Nets, their status is in jeopardy. Because ultimately, what I learned, keep getting back and forth. People keep saying that you will have to miss away games as well if you go to stadiums that require vaccines. So how are we
I'm gonna
feeling?
just be brief. I got damn near everything I needed to say out last pod.
No, drag it out because
But-
we need to cover 2 hours. Go ahead.
We got hella topics, but I just say, I mean, shit, I ain't know what to say. I mean, dude don't want it, dude ain't got it, but shit, might cost you some dollars, might cost you some fame, might cost you some rings. Shit, we'll see.
If he's willing to deal with the consequences, then I guess that's that's his choice. It is what it is, man.
Kyrie Irving is the same man who got mad when a black person called him the N-word. Kyrie Irving is a difficult individual, to say the least. If I had to picture him as a teammate dealing with all this dumb shit. And I'm just glad that, at the end of the day, he's keeping Harden and KD from getting the ring. So, hey, I'm happy, And then I'm a happy camper over here.
Dom, you did say the Nets were a second round exit last season, and you were right.
Niggas don't want to give me my credit.
I was giving you a lot of shit.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Everybody gave me shit. What's crazy? You know who we haven't had on? Who I haven't heard from since we had him on the pod? I ain't heard from Swish ever. Like I ain't heard shit from Swish.
Now, wait a minute. My boy. That's my boy.
Swish is my guy.
Hey, I haven't heard nothing. Swish out Twitter picture is Kyrie Irving's body with him cut out in the face. I haven't heard shit from Swish.
Nah.
Swish been MIA
like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
We gotta pull the receipts from his last pod, bro. He was talking about how, man, we gonna see, man. I'm gonna come back on this pod after the Nets win the championship, and we gonna see. I asked him to come back on the pod. He said, I can't do it this week. All right, Swish. All right, bro. All right. Just let me know. Let me know.
And you know what's even more funny? I said word for word, bar for bar, the Nets will be a second round exit because Kyrie won't be there.
That's not an objective take.
Don't for
That's
different
not
reasons.
an objective take.
You know what's crazy? I said Kyrie isn't going to be there for the very reason he won't be there for the team this year. That's wild, right? That's crazy.
Bro, you said he wasn't going to be there because of all the protesting stuff going on.
Yeah, and he would choose to not play.
Bro, stop.
Which Kyrie will boycott the NBA. Kyrie will sit. He will take a stand on his freedom and not play. What is he doing by not taking the vaccine? He's not allowed to play home games, and now you're not allowed to play away games in areas that require you to have the vaccine, which means what? He's choosing to not play. People, I do this, man. I do
for a living, right? For a living.
Okay.
For a living. Literally for a living at this point.
The first one where you said no matter under any circumstance he won't play, that it happened. So shit. This one is a stretch, but
I guess.
I guess. All right, I guess.
Chat, you know what's crazy? Chat, y'all was sitting here saying Kyrie didn't play because he was injured. I'm not talking about last year. I know Kyrie got hurt last year. He still wasn't there. I'm saying this year he won't be there for the same reason I said he wasn't going to be there last year. I'm just saying Kyrie's a fucking problem. But are you really a problem if you're preventing Snake D from getting a ring? You're not. You're a fucking hero. Even on the opposite end of the spectrum, even on the opposite conference, even on a different team, he's still helping goddamn LeBron win rings. Kyrie's the GOAT. He's the best teammate Bron ever had. Let's be honest. He's the best teammate.
He's the best teammate.
Even when he's not with LeBron, crazy. He's helping LeBron win.
That was a crazy sentence.
Crazy.
LeBron had a lot of help last season then.
This nigga.
First round exit? Oh, man.
Hey, man. If he wasn't healthy.
If niggas don't listen, if niggas run to call me a casual after Damo's whole monologue about that, bro, I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed off.
It's not.
Omar's brought up the fact that he's being called the casual like the last 4 pods. He's tired of it. He's tired of it.
It amazes me. Like, damn, I'm like, damn, these niggas definitely have casual basketball takes, or at least I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I say like one thing. I say like Luka's better than somebody. Now hold on there, big fella. Hold on.
They were on your ass about that next 25 stream we did. I'm like, oh my god, Omar Sash. There's literally like 50 comments calling you a casual on that specific stream.
Oh, I haven't looked at the comments. I'm gonna go back to some of these. Listen,
Gary Payton easily over Dominique, easily.
Yeah.
And mind you, they literally know nothing of basketball but the tales on NBA TV. I was literally like somebody in the spaces earlier. Tangent. Somebody in the spaces earlier. Now hold on now. If we're gonna talk about T.O., we need to talk about Jerry Rice. Dog, nobody has ever seen the Jerry Rice that you're talking about play. I cannot stand it when people vouch so hard for people they have never seen. I might try to be funny. This is going to sound fucked up. That'd be like me vouching for my grandmother. I've never got an opportunity to spend time. Whoa.
It was a straight, all right. It was a roundabout. This nigga popped the Yui.
Wait. What happened?
He zoomed in. Oh my.
What? I guess. I mean,
point message received, man.
That was I guess. Yeah, you don't know. I don't know. No, but on a serious thing, it would be like people vouching for ex-dead celebrity. Oh my god, that's such a good guy. Dog, you know nothing about them. And it's funny, it's not even like people like me and Damo's age that saw old Gary Payton at least. Like maybe we could say something about, oh yeah, in Miami and LA he was X, Y, and Z. These were people who didn't start watching basketball until like 2010. So all they know about Gary Payton is another old player they've never seen play basketball. Say, yeah, Gary Payton was good. Oh my God, bro. Tangent.
I've always had the notion that only casuals use the word casual. This is my opinion.
I just want to say, I was looking in the chat. You call people crayon eaters.
I call them crayon eaters, mouth breathers, Elmer eaters, marker sniffers. I don't ever say casual.
So everything other than casual. Just everything.
Bro, niggas that say casual, that sounds so You sound like you're 14. Like, oh my God.
That's you calling niggas casuals.
You're casual. You're a casual.
That's the fact, right? These two are just saying casual and like they're just going around the bush. Like they're saying the same shit, bro.
I don't say the word, bro. It's different.
Wait, y'all niggas ain't never smelled like if the cap was off a marker and it was just in the vicinity. It was in the vicinity. You ain't never smelled it in the air?
How old were you?
I'm about to say, when was this?
Are you a marker sniffer? Is that what it?
No. I think sniffing is intentional. But I'm saying,
fuck a crayon eater. This motherfucker sniffs marker.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Give me the red one now.
Sniffing has intent. What I'm talking about is just like being in the air.
What are we talking
about? Can you imagine this like Omar coming up to you in 5th grade? Hey, yo, bro, you got a black marker? Yeah, I got you.
You got the green.
All you hear is
one.
Yeah, that's the one right there. Like,
so tell me, y'all didn't know about the different strengths of a Sharpie. If you didn't, we can go on. If you didn't, we can go on.
How old were you? Like, this is the question.
When we can go on.
Yeah, he picked it up over like 17 years. But if he knew the range, what? By 8, you already knew the range. No. I'm like, come on, bro.
This nigga, no. He's trying to paint me as a villain, as if he's doing it at 24. Bro, we could keep moving on. That's why my eyes won't open now when he's playing. Jesus. But anyway, yeah, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, fuck them. Joel Embiid in dress.
I'm not gonna know. No.
He does not speak for the rest of the pod.
I'm a Lakers fan, so fuck you in that regard. But no personal disdain.
Hey, they cool. I don't care. They're grown men. I think what he's saying is true though, because I think what it's gonna come down to is specifically. I keep hearing different reports about if you can play at away games or if you can't play at away games. And I haven't, if somebody could please direct me to like an NBA official statement on it. But if Kyrie can't play away games because of no vaccination and he can't play home games because of no vaccination, that's a different conversation. And it just came out today though that they will not be getting paid for missed games either. I don't care what nobody says. You got a lot of morals and a lot of belief. You turn down that type of money. Somebody was on my timeline saying that one of their colleagues, now ex-colleague, walked away from their 350 to 400K job because the job started to mandate vaccines. And I read that and I said to myself, could you imagine coming home to your wife and saying, hey, babe,
Why do you put that mark next to your nose, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to say, Omar, put it down, bro.
This is a pin.
The chat is saying it right now for your own safety. Put it down, bro. Put it down.
I was trying to.
Hey man, listen. I need one of those. I need one of those poppers or something, bro. I need something to touch with my hands, bro. This nigga's going crazy. But could you imagine coming home to your wife and saying, "Yo, babe, listen, you might have to get a job. I know you're a stay-at-home wife or whatever, stay-at-home mom, but I believe in what I believe, so I gotta step away."
I'm not even trying to make it that convo, but that's real dumb because, bro, niggas talk about, would you suck dick for $1 million? Bro, you ain't going to take that shit for
Hey, if you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Hey, no, Sage. No. Sage is right. Though. Listen, and the problem is, niggas only make $325 every 2 weeks, and that's why they don't understand what we're talking about. If somebody put $1 million on that table, bro, you ain't never seen $1,000 in your life, cash money. You ain't never seen $2,000 in your life, cash money. Somebody put $1 million on the table. You're gonna be on your knees before they listen. You're gonna be on your knees before they can finish the sentence.
A motherfucker paying you in Bitcoin for head.
They didn't even tell you what you doing, and you already go overhead. Nigga, you just
listen, bro. Listen, they gonna say, listen, $1 million on the line. It's the first thing.
Oh yeah. I got.
Yeah, this is literally on his knees.
This is exactly what's gonna happen.
Hey, nah, them niggas. Niggas is wildin', bro. Them niggas be wildin', bro.
Sage, stop. You do it too.
Listen, this is prop money. But if niggas put this right there, it's prop money. It's prop money.
That's the AMP manager money right there.
That's the AMP distribution right there. Okay.
That's what happens when you snip Sharpies, kids. You get that kind of money.
Why? Nobody.
500 children were in the same hospital.
Why did the numbers go up? There's 260 now.
The numbers went up on that one.
Why are you joining?
But no, listen, Sage is right there.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Go.
On the topic of what we doing for money. Y'all seen Squid Game? Y'all seen Squid Games?
Nah,
nobody seen Squid Games.
I've seen Squid Games. You ain't seen Squid Games?
Squid Games niggas are wildin'. Listen, let me tell you something right now, bro. All I'm saying is anybody that's watched Squid Games, no spoilers. But my man's that was slapping people for 100,000 wands. Do y'all know how much money that is? $84. Them niggas.
Oh, is that how much it is for real?
That's how much is converted to US dollars. You remember when he was playing the game in the subway?
Yeah.
He was like, I'll deduct the 100,000 wands per slap. 100,000 wands is $84.
In what country?
Korea. South Korea, I want to say.
I think it's South Korea, yeah.
So people was in that bitch because there was 300 million won in debt from playing that game.
Jesus.
And that's just $84. Like, I thought that was a funny
Listen, I know people saying all this about morals and convictions. Y'all just ain't seen no real. So with that being said, if Kyrie's talking about missing out on, I think it will put him at like 20 games. This is so rough. This isn't objective at all. 20 games is what it would be played. And you're talking about making that type of money versus what you would make if you played all 82 plus playoff. Bro, there's no way. There's just no way. So I find it when let's see what happens when numbers come out. And I'm not even saying that they're not vaccinated, because funny thing is they could be saying all this. Kyrie could say, oh, listen, Brad, I've been at it. I could have been vaxxed. But it could be like, Miles Bridges or something that doesn't have his vaccine or something. Let's see what he do.
Shout out to Marcel in the chat.
I was just upset niggas was really going on Twitter talking about do y'all see Kyrie Irving at this game right now? He's sitting in the vaccinated section. Like, Okay, everybody got masks on. What are we doing? Like everybody's wearing masks.
The reason why we brought that up was because the whole conversation was questioning if he was or not. So if he was in there, then that would have some implications to answering that question.
Implications that he bought a fake vax card, bro. Report him, people. Can you imagine lying about being vaccinated? Like you try to tell people you're not vaccinated when you are, just to cause a fucking ruckus.
Someone did that on TikTok. Like they were talking about how it was just a TikTok of them showing off their fake vaccination card, and that's literally like a federal offense that you can go to jail for. So.
And she was like, "What are you gonna do?" And the dude was like, report you to the FBI. Your name is right here." And then flipped it. I was like, "Damn, you wasn't gonna test. You wasn't gonna challenge us like this." I was like, "Yo, this thing has nothing to do."
You know, she posted that with the purpose of trying to make it viral, to have the most eyeballs on that post.
That's not logic.
I'm about to say, and it worked. Now you
and it worked. Here you go.
Damn, it ain't thought logic. That's thought logic. It is.
Okay.
It's not a like button.
Going on to Joel and Ben.
Well, the thoughts don't push the like button. I'm sorry, bro. That's the favorite thing. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
Going on to Joel and Ben.
He's built different.
Hey, Joel and Ben. So Joel and Ben, Joel finally came out at media day. Of course, Ben wasn't there because he said fuck them niggas. But Joel came out. He finally started addressing people and the commentary behind, him not speaking to Ben Simmons all summer and some of those things that he said, because it seemed like Joel threw Ben under the bus at the end of the season. And from what I gathered from listening to it, he kind of tiptoed around it and backtracked. And now is saying that, everybody was a little bit of a disappointment and really ran around it. So how do y'all feel about Joel Embiid trying to backtrack now? Honestly, not even just Joel Embiid, though, all of them. Yeah. Because even Doc Rivers the other...
Thank you for saying that.
How did Joel try to backtrack? Explain that again.
So when he, at the end of the season, I want to find the exact quote, but at the end of the season last year, he was he was blaming Ben for the loss. Like he was saying, yeah, Ben's got to be better pretty much. And then the same thing with Doc Rivers. When asked, what did he say? Correct me.
Joel Embiid said, he was saying we all got to be better. We all messed up. They asked him, what do you feel was like the shift, or when do you feel like it was over, or something along those lines? And then he was like, I don't want to point any fingers, but when we miss the opportunity to get an easy 2 to get a 4 foul, and they came back and hit like a 3 or and 1 or something, the momentum shifted from there. But other than that, that was the only time he actually took a jab at Ben indirectly, I guess. But he wasn't, even he prefacing, like, you seen how he was saying, like, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I felt like that's when the shift changed, and that's kind of what fucked us over. But he always said from the moment they lost in the playoffs, he said it's all of us. We all should have did better. It's not just one person. We all could have did this and that different.
But also regarding that shot, wouldn't Embiid like give Ben Simmons shit on the spot? Like, yo, Ben, you gotta take that. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually said that.
His body language was hella nasty at that point. I do remember that when it happened. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like it was real nasty on the floor. But again, if you preface something with "it's no shade," that's like people saying, "Hey, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that." The next thing that's gonna follow is some shade or some racism.
Well, he didn't say it's no shade. All he said was, it's all of our faults, but to the direct question, which was, where do you feel the momentum shifted, or at what point do you think things change? He gave the exact moment where things really did change in his eyes.
So niggas pointed fingers.
Blame Ben. He didn't say anything that make you be like, oh, now he's backtracking what he's saying. He didn't say enough to discredit Ben to say he's backtracking now. Because what did he say this time?
He really ran around the question. Like really, really, really ran around the question. Didn't do that specific thing. And that's what I think it is, Damo. It's okay. The first time you ran around it, and then you pointed a finger here, but this time you're running around it just completely. And similar situation with Doc Rivers. When Doc Rivers was asked about can Ben Simmons be a championship point guard At the end of last season, it was, I don't know. I can't answer that right now. Is that pointing fingers? And a lot of people are, especially emotional Ben Simmons at this point, yes. But now when we come back, you're saying, oh yeah, Ben Simmons, absolutely. He can be the championship point guard. No, nigga, I threatened to not come back and play basketball. That's what it is.
But I feel like that happens with Ben Simmons every single year too. Like every single year, playoff collapse. And then by the time the new regular season comes, wait, hold on a minute. 15, 8, and 8. Great perimeter defense. Hold on now. Hold on. I think we're underrating Ben Simmons now. It's every single season. Man. So if they are backtracking, it's normal. It's a cycle now. It's a cycle.
It's a little different. This season is a little different.
From what I've looked, because I was looking for the quote because I didn't know the exact quote. I see that it says long pause. Honestly, I would probably say that I'm disappointed. I hope he really changes his mind. I love playing with him. We've been building around us. We've been building this around us. I know he knows it. He knows we can win together. This is what they said when asked about Ben Simmons. I thought he said something about Simmons earlier, but maybe it was just Doc. But I thought Embiid had said something that was a little weird, but it could have been just Doc.
Yeah,
there's so much shit said about Ben Simmons we just don't know.
Yeah, that's why if I had not made it earlier, because I was like, well, was it just Ben or was it Doc? But yeah, I know for a fact Doc did it. So start off with anything Doc Rivers has said recently, just trying to raise his trade value. That's all that is.
That's all I'm about to say.
Just trying to raise his trade value. They know they fucked up. They know they've mismanaged it. So now here's a guy that honestly is maybe not legit all-star winning, because it's only so many people that can win the damn award, but an all-star caliber guard that now you're going to have to trade for like role players in the pick. Like, you don't want to do that when you're trying to win a championship. So they're just trying to raise his trade value. But if Joel did say something, chat or YouTube comment section, because y'all won't come to the Q&A and bitch, let me know. I don't know what Joel... yeah, that's a fact. I know y'all don't even be talking about me in the comment section, but I go there sometimes, and we have a Q&A for a reason. As long as you don't say nothing crazy, go crazy. Join up and debate what we are saying that was casual. Debate what we were saying that you don't fuck with this, that, and the third, rather than wait 24 hours for the upload on YouTube. That's some bitch shit. But
drop the bomb, Bezos. Drop the bomb.
Yeah, that's some bitch shit. Power to you. But nah, I gotta do my research on what he said. I swore he said something, but if he didn't, cool. But I know Doc did. They just trying to raise his value. Anybody that says something is backtracking to raise his value. Simple.
I'll also say though, not defending that person at the time is also a form of like slander in a way. And that's just from like emotional people speaking. You know, sometimes your girlfriend needs reassurance. I'm not saying you don't love her, but she just needs to be reminded that you love her. So specifically in those times where things are getting tested and things are getting weary, it would be nice to at least double down and give Ben Simmons some words of affirmation in the media, as opposed to dancing around it or not.
Yeah, like that would be crazy. Him. The way you put it that way. Imagine if my girl was upset and I was like, I mean, I kind of see where they're coming from. Like that would be some wild shit. Or just not say, like, babe, I feel like shit. And just like not saying anything, she fucking kicked my ass.
Just dancing around it, like I mean,
that's the problem.
You know,
that's the problem. But sometimes
you have your days,
but sometimes you need to be honest. If somebody messes up, you have to be honest. If your girl is in the wrong, you're whack if you're going to sit there and support her being wrong to other people. You tell her she's wrong. Like no. If your girl's in a situation to where her and her coworker or got into it, or her and this bitch on the bus, or whatever the problem is, if your girl is wrong, there is no reassuring her to be wrong. No, you tell her, nah.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, I'm saying. And with Ben Simmons,
I'm gonna stop you because the difference with what we're talking about, Damo, if she's wrong, she's wrong. You don't sit there at the press conference and say, yeah, she's wrong.
Now that's what I was gonna say. Like
in the car,
if they in a fight type shit, and she started it for no fucking reason, I'd be like, all right, she wild. Let me talk to her about this in the car. But I ain't gonna talk about it right then and there. Like, yeah, I'm not right then and there.
That's fair. So you wanted them to just do what they've been doing with Ben for the past how long? Now, like
do what they've been. Do what you do with any player though. Like you've never as a coach, and I heard some of the commentary after that happened. All of them were like, I'm not saying that Philly is wrong. I don't know about Ben Simmons either. What I do know is a coach can't do that. What I do know is a coach cannot at that point, because you create this situation here. You lose me.
But you do that if you're done with the player. Just like if you're done with the woman, you're not gonna wait till you get home to call her wrong in front of people. If you're done, you're done. Like if she's been wrong 5 times in a row in public and you're sick of it, that 5th time, there is no, I'm going to just tell her when she gets home. Because telling her when she gets home isn't helping. If you lose because Ben Simmons isn't able to adapt his game or Ben Simmons is causing you to lose games, you go in the media for the past however long and been like, oh, nah, we're sticking together. We're going to stick it out. Everything's good. And you go behind closed doors and tell Ben, yo, bro, put up shots. Now you see him in the fucking gym with Westbrook and Melo and Rondo shooting threes but never take him in the game. That shit gets tired. So now when you're in this situation again to where Ben is literally costing you a series, why am I going to keep repeating? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly, expecting different results. If for the past 4 to 5 years, I've sat here and defended you in the media, went behind closed doors, told you where I think you need to improve your game, and you're not improving your game, as a coach, I'm done with you. As a teammate, I'm done with you. As a GM, I'm done with you. There's no need to keep bouncing around this fucking or doing this fucking dance we're doing. It's time for change. And I feel that's what Doc was. Doc was done. Doc was like, nigga, I don't know if he could be a championship point guard. I don't know.
A year. Nigga, you been there for a year. How you making that?
How long has Doc been losing? How long has Doc been losing?
Doc been losing.
That's got nothing to do with Ben. Hey, Doc losing though. That's got to do with bum ass Paul Pierce, Tracy McGrady, bum ass Paul George. That got something to do with them bum niggas. You Doc, losing 1 year to me? That got nothing to do with me.
Doc losing in the past has nothing to do with Ben, but them niggas lost because there's plenty of reasons they lost. And B wasn't healthy, blah, blah, blah. But Ben was a big finger pointer. Like, not finger pointer, but you can point the finger at Ben and be like, nigga, how you playing is really not helping nothing we doing right now. You being afraid to do this, that, and the third is hurting us right now. You passing up an open 2 because you thought Danilo Gallinari, the elite rim protector he is, was going to block you from behind. So you passed up a fucking dunk. Hey, man, that can cost a line for some niggas. Niggas be like, bro, I'm not coaching this.
No, I agree with Dom. Going back to the relationship analogy, if my girl did something right, I would call her out. But if it was something like she didn't do anything right and she needed reassurance, I give her reassurance, you know?
No, I feel that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if she needs reassurance, give her reassurance. But we're not reinsuring anybody for being wrong. You don't reinsure people for being wrong. If you're out in public and your girl messing up, you don't sit there. For my girl,
maybe the first time.
If we go out in public, the first time, yeah. But if we go out in public and I know you have an attitude and you start something with the waitress, I'm not about to be sitting here being your fucking Clyde to your Bonnie, cussing out this waitress, then get in the car talking about some, hey, baby, you know you was wrong. No, I'm going to let you embarrass yourself. I'm going to let you cuss out the waitress. I'm like, yo, we need to go because, we out. I might not get on you in front of everybody to respect you and not embarrass you in front of people. But I'm not about to sit here and condone this.
That's the difference. That's the difference, though. Because what they did in Ben's eyes would have been, if your girl's going snap crazy on the waitress, when the waitress come back, you over there, hey, and apologize to her right now because you acting like a bitch. Like, you would never say nothing crazy like that to your girl. But I'm telling you, that's the way.
That's OD. I ain't gonna lie. That's OD. That's OD. That's OD.
If I want that relationship to end that night, that's the only time I'm saying that. Oh my God.
That nigga. You know, I just had a whole daydream, but oh no, yeah, that's OD. All I'm trying to say,
wait, real quick, Sage. When I said that though, y'all felt what I was saying. Y'all knew exactly what I was talking about.
But you don't do that. You don't do that, man.
Hey, but I'll never relate. I know what you mean, but I will never relate to that shit. Hell nah. I can be savage all I want to. I ain't doing that shit. That's crazy. But all I was trying to say, Dom, and I know you weren't talking to me about this anyway, but let's not get it twisted. I'm the one that made 2 vids about it. I'm the one that brought it up. And at first, my chat was on my head about it. And then the more they thought about it, they changed it. I convinced them. That nigga Ben really made it hard for Doc to even beat good. Like, if we really keeping it a stat, like that nigga having a point guard that you gotta burn timeouts, manage lineups with this, that, and the third, just so you don't have a guy that won't shoot the ball and can't shoot free throws late in the fourth, but you want a great defender out there. With that's a wild to just ask a coach to, all right, work with that, and then your star player have a fucked up Achilles and he's still looking like the best player on the team and shit. Seth Curry out there looking like the number 2. Like that was already kind of wild. So I get that, but I have to say I think they're just raising his trade value because, man, you still can't say that, bruh. Like once you say that and then you backtrack it, it's like we all know what you're doing. Like Ben not playing for you, and I'll be here for Ben when I say this. As weirdo as Ben has been about this, because he has no fucking leverage, that I'll say it over and over and over again. He has no fucking leverage. But I'll be here with Ben with this. Motherfucker said that about me. I don't care if it's my fault. All right, I'm gone. I ain't gonna lie. Like I need a new start, dog. Like I don't give a fuck. Like if motherfucker is telling me, oh, I don't know if we can win with me, and you paid me more than $100 million, what the fuck am I here for? I got my bread. I want to play somewhere else. I'm not gonna play with you. But he don't got no fucking leverage. So Philly's gonna try their best to get something for him. And it's like I'm dead in the middle of you two niggas. Basically, like, only Benjamin, and Dom.
I wasn't even thinking about it until you said pause.
Bro, I had to say pause.
Hey,
Had to say pause. Bro.
Hey, Chad, it's a pandemic out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's contagious out here, man.
Yeah, wait.
Body, crazy, curvy waist. Hey,
stop, bro.
You
Stop,
watching too much Aiden, bro. I don't know what's contagious, but
somebody said W pause in the chat too. What's a W? What's a
Chad,
W?
throw the emos in the chat, man. We only have one emo. Throw it up, man. Throw it up.
His
Throw it up.
It's his chat. It's so nasty.
And y'all say Beastos ain't
man. Throw it up. Throw it up.
I promise you, Dom, you missed the best. Dom, you missed the best combo we ever had. Someone came up there and said, rank your toxicities. I said, Bezos might be number 1. Omar literally put him number 1. And chat was just like, really? Bezos isn't toxic? Bezos is insanely toxic. Look at this. Look at chat.
Yeah.
Nigga came on there talking about do y'all eat spam. But hey, no, so let me say this though, for real. I think it's my whole thing is, and I understand where the players came from, because to what Sage said, it's about your culture as a whole. And I'm not even trying to be funny. As much as you agree with Doc as an organization behind closed doors, because the dirt that we do it has to be behind closed doors. Once it gets out, it is. I would have to fire Doc Rivers, because at that point, if I see a man as an employee, if I see a manager do something dirty like that to another employee, I'm gonna say to myself, damn, what happens if I mess up? What? Because now Tobias, hold on. To Tobias, let me say this. To Tobias, there is no more scapegoat. You gotta be that guy now. So your lackluster performances as well. They asked about Ben Simmons last season. They're gonna ask about you this upcoming season if you fail again.
They already were.
And what you think Doc gonna do?
They already were.
The same thing that he just did, huh?
If he underperforms again, then I don't. Do you blame Doc?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, how do you?
You can't call nobody out like that public. I don't care. I know y'all are doing. But as a professional, being professional, you can't do that public. I don't care what they do behind closed doors. But as a professional, being in public, bro, you can't just start calling your players out. Nobody's going to play for you. And it's going to set a bad precedent for your team going forward. So again, like I said, damn, Doc might throw me under the bus at the end of the season too. I don't want to play with this nigga no more. It just
that is not.
And mind you, Doc ain't never did that for nobody else, which is weird. Which is weird as hell. He ain't never said nothing about Paul George. He ain't never said nothing about.
No one else has been afraid to fucking shoot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's your failing?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that's a difference. That's a difference, Omar. I'm just saying.
I don't get what you're saying, because you're making it seem like you're making these comparisons and metaphors like Ben Simmons isn't a fucking problem in the world of business. If somebody is killing your business, If somebody is a legit, if you got a nigga on fries at McDonald's with no gloves, picking from the batch of fries, eating in front of people coming in, you don't pull him to the back and say, yo, chill. You tell him right there, yo, you're being nasty. You're not being professional. Go on the back or pack up and leave. Like, you do that right then and there. You don't pull them to the back for that if they're killing business, because you have to make an example of people in the professional world. If you have a number one pick, yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you have a bad business, the first thing you do in a bad business, you go to the worst employee in front of all the other employees and you fire that motherfucker.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
no, you
do.
Don't.
Yes,
look, thank you, Bezos. No, you don't. What?
Yeah, it's the first offense.
If you have,
if it's like the 10th straight time they're doing it, it might be.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be.
But if it's like the first time they do it, like check them out. I get that.
Again, so what other? Answer me this. What other championship organization has done that?
Well, the championship organization has called a player out publicly,
just like that.
I mean, shit. I'll have to look into it. I'm pretty sure someone's done it. I'm pretty sure someone is public. I'm pretty sure a team has, or a GM, or
Phil Jackson not called out Shaq for being out of shape going into training camp.
Phil Jackson wrote a book on Kobe, did he not? He wrote
that was after. But I'm saying even during, didn't he call out Shaq for being overweight?
Kawhi. What about Kawhi? That nigga got hurt. He was like, there was Tony Parker.
Tony Parker came out and said something about Kawhi.
I had the same
player.
What?
I'm asking about.
I'll see if
Greg Popovich was throwing some shade.
I'm pretty sure if I'll see if Greg.
You have to show.
I'm pretty.
I would have to know, but again, and this is what casual podcast. We don't know the facts off the top of our head, bro. Like Bezos says, he's coding until 2 a.m. Damo's got other.
You asked me a question. I expect you to ask me. I ain't had research.
I'm gonna tell this right now. The reason why the podcast is doing so well isn't because of the facts. It's just because we're entertaining. So we're here to entertain y'all, man.
but I'm saying I've never heard, and I'm looking at. Well, he's saying that's past tense. Again, this is all past tense stuff. So and then he's saying he regretted that. So again, I don't know of any championship organization to have somebody. You don't take somebody and fire somebody on the chopping block, huh?
Someone said in the chat, Steelers.
I ain't gonna lie. The Steelers one is valid from chat. The Steelers is extremely valid from chat. Them motherfuckers.
I don't know of any.
Motherfuckers blackballed Bell and AB. That shit was all. That shit was.
Hey,
20.
Listen.
20.
Listen. Again, championship organization. What have the Steelers done since then?
They won a championship, though. They're one of the most winningest franchises in football history.
You're talking about old past tense stuff. Again, what have they done?
They're considered a championship franchise. What are we talking about?
Philly's considered a championship organization. Fuck it. Then the conversation is mute at that point.
First of all, it's totally stop. Bro, Omar, don't do this. Stop it. That's not the same at all. That's not the same at all. That's not the same at all.
How?
There has been way more seasons that we've came in when it comes to football where legit people had the Steelers being championship contenders from day one. It has not been the case with Philly.
It was literally new. It was New England and the Steelers, and that's not even out of Steelers bias. I deadass thought it was New England, but people were like, "Nah, your Steelers got Bill. They got the Killer Bees. That's what they was calling their ass, the Killer Bees, the underrated secondary. They can take out Tom Brady, X, Y, and Z, and we always lost to that motherfucker. Fuck Tom Brady, but we always lost to that motherfucker. And at some point, the nigga AB got a little crazy. Ryan Clark comes out on live television talking about, hey man, right? Antonio Brown gets his bag. He might get a little crazy. That's the one person I don't want to pay. Then Mike Tomlin comes out throwing his little shade or whatever. I forgot the GM name. I think he gone now. He starts talking crazy. Big Ben start talking crazy. Now everybody, none of the Killer Bees ended up liking each other. Turns out. Then oh my God, Antonio Brown, his damn self starts fucking wilding. Then Le'Veon makes his whole contract thing public to where he sits out for a year. That whole franchise is an example of this shit. On crack.
So let me say this, because I think I've put semantics about championship organization on. No good franchise calls out their players while they're currently there. Like, they just don't do that. Matter of fact, and I would honestly say they don't go backtrack and do it too, but they've done it. No good franchise talks about their players while they're sitting there, and that type of manner they just don't.
I would argue this if for the Spurs situation, I would argue that can't be nullified because if hypothetically Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, I believe even, but I'm gonna just say Tony Parker even just because just Tony is good enough. If of all people, Tony motherfucking Parker is the one that's going to be out there publicly saying these things, the likeliness that Pop and nobody else higher in the organization doesn't agree with Tony Parker would be absurd. I would say,
but they don't. I'm not saying that nobody agrees. You can, they can't agree with what they agree all day long. Publicly, it's a whole different story.
I think
if I sat here and had an issue with B Souls right now, I would never get on this podcast and just say it, bro. We would do it off air. We would just do it off air. Like no nation does anything like that. They just don't. Because that just sets a bad precedent. It makes you look crazy as. But you can't go forward like that, bro.
What you're saying is like they went out there and said, yo, this man Ben Simmons is a bona fide scrub. He can't play. He has small hands. He can't catch a basket. You're making it seem like that. But what Doc said, they asked him a question. He said he doesn't know. You're like, it's levels to this. Saying you don't know when you're
saying Omar hinting at something. Chill out, bro. Chill out.
He's not.
They said what?
They're hinting at like me and you beefing. Like, chill out.
No. Again, it's about perception. Just because he didn't say that, again, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I can literally go back and pull up the clips
wrong way.
Isaiah Thomas, Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles. There's been a bunch of players. Steve Smith, I think, said something about it. Chris Bosh said something about it. And you can make these faces all you want, but again, it's a perception of the players. If the players feel some type of way, you can say they scrubs and all this, that, and the third. If the players felt this type of way about Doc saying this, obviously this has bad connotations and has bad perceptions on other players as well. So again, I could only.
But did players not have a problem with Tony Parker doing that same thing? Players had a problem with that too.
I don't remember anything about Tony Parker saying it. Again, I would have to have some. But again, if they had the same way people came out and y'all are making his face, bro. I don't know.
But what we're telling you is it's factual. Players came out and said Tony was wrong for that. Players came out and said you don't do that as a teammate. Just like you're saying you don't do it as a coach or you do it as you don't do that as a teammate. You don't come out publicly.
Okay, you don't.
So Tony Parker did that.
And Manu Ginobili did it too. I looked up Manu.
And the Spurs at that time was still a championship level organization. That's still a good organization. And they did it.
Were they, bro? Let me. What year?
Yes, Kawhi.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. 2018 Spurs. The 2018 Spurs.
That year specifically, they weren't good because Kawhi was injured.
Kawhi was hurt. But they're coming off the year where Kawhi when niggas swore Kawhi was going to single-handedly take down the fucking Warriors.
They were like, he's up.
And then the year before, they won 67 games. Kawhi was their best player.
Were a great
61.
No, the year before 2016, they won 67. So that's back-to-back, at least back-to-back years of them winning 60
Bro. If you're talking about a whole different team with Tim Duncan, I'm talking about the teams after Tim Duncan. So I'm talking about this team featuring Pau Gasol as center, David Lee, LaMarcus Aldridge, that had Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard. And then we're talking about the next season. We'll say that what's his name got hurt. So we'll say that. Fine. I'm talking about a championship level team. Tony Parker can say it. Again, people said it was wrong. I'm not saying that. Hey, he said it, bro. He said it. Tony Parker was still wrong. People told y'all what Tony Parker said was wrong. That's what I'm telling y'all.
No, that's what I'm telling us is no organization. You said no organization does that. No championship level or great organization has stuff like that happen.
Good organization.
Spurs is a good organization. So
what is your definition of a good organization? Because it went from good organizations don't do this to championship level.
No, I said championship, and then we semantics it, but with the Steelers thing, and I'm not going to go back and about if it felt like the Steelers because that's not objective, it's subjective. But then again, I'm saying a good organization. At the time, Spurs weren't a good organization. Look, that's all I'm saying. That's truly what I'm saying.
They were a good organization.
They were
getting injured. Kawhi getting injured going forward. What were they? Tell me, please.
Good organization of their star player. What are we doing?
Okay.
Yeah, the thing was that Kawhi wasn't playing. That's why they were upset.
Seventh 1 year, 7th the next year, 11th next year, and then 10th the next year. I get what you're saying.
Kawhi.
I get what you're saying, bro. I'm talking about a good organization at that point. Were they good with the injury? Kawhi is injured.
Kawhi is injured, Damo. So stop saying good organization. Stop saying that because that's not what you mean. You don't mean a good organization. What you mean is a contending team at that moment. That's what you mean. A contender at that very moment.
In the West, if you seven in the West,
a good organization is a team that can win 50 plus games without their best player. Is that?
If you're a good organization, are they a good organization? That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
48 games. Okay, let's get to y'all. That's fine. And my thing is behind it. Fine, you gave that point. My counter to that would be Tony Parker apologized. Right? He apologized. People criticized him for it because he said it was wrong. Did he not apologize? Am I missing that?
Okay, what I will say to Omar's defense is even Spurs or not, Spurs could be an outlier in this whole situation. We can't just stick on the Spurs. So
I don't even care about it being an outlier. People notated that it was wrong. People said it was wrong, bro. They said it was wrong. He was wrong for that. You don't do that, is what I'm saying. You can do wrong things. They're still bad. He did something that was wrong. And to the Sixers, that was wrong. That's what I'm saying to you.
No one is saying, and no one is disagreeing with you. No one is saying that's not wrong. That is not what this disagreement has been about at all. Me and Sage have only interjected when you said no other team did it, which is
right.
That's wrong.
You corrected me. You corrected me, and then I said, yeah, he was still wrong for that. That's it. He was still wrong for it, right?
But, okay.
Was he not still wrong for it?
That was no one is disagreeing with if he was wrong or not. So.
But again, no one is disagreeing that he's right or wrong. That's what you're saying now. Yeah, but that's what you're saying. No, that's not okay.
You missed the point of it.
No. What you said at first. If we rewind this VOD in chat, please tell me. You said no championship level organization does that. Then we give no championship organization. Then it's
I still would argue that they were. I still would argue that they were.
Oh, well, no other ones done it. Then we say the Spurs done it. Oh, the Spurs aren't a good organization. But okay,
I would argue that both of them weren't championship organizations. But that's another conversation for another day. But even then, I'm still saying at the end of the day, whether they did it or not, you gave me the outlier. The outliers were still wrong. And it came out that they were wrong from different players around the league, past and present, right?
CNB stupid. I'm sorry. I was reading chat.
Okay. So they were wrong for doing it. That's all I'm saying. As a player on that franchise, if Doc Rivers says that stuff, I just don't know. I don't know. I look at it differently. Like, you're not a leader at that point. If you're gonna bitch in your first year like that,
don't fuck up. As a player,
fuck up, bro.
No. As a player, don't take away from the game. As a player, if you're in a shooting era, probably take more than 0.3 threes a game. If you're like, don't pass up open shots. Being a player who's not trying to shoot, don't do that. I mean, you're talking about, if I'm Tobias Harris, I'm the scapegoat now. No, Tobias, don't be a bum. That's like you can miss the big shot,
bro. Tobias was a bum.
I don't know why it has to be only one way though. It can be both ways. Because I've talked about this with the Celtics, man. Like Danny Ainge and the way he's moved with players is a reason why motherfuckers don't want to play for the Celtics anymore. That's probably a reason why, if Danny Ainge was thinking about the best for the team, that's a reason why he stepped down. No one wants to play for Danny Ainge with how he treats his players. And what Omar is saying is, for the Sixers, Doc Rivers and how he behaves is on that same light. And in that case, I agree. But I also agree with the fact that Ben Simmons, you got to step up, bro. You got to step up. Like, you have the pieces to succeed, and you haven't improved since your rookie year. I just don't think this is a conversation that has to just go one way. It can go both ways. So
yeah,
I'm not saying.
I just feel like Doc doesn't
Tobias score 4 points,
and I'm just saying Doc doesn't do that unless Tobias averages 4 points for a series of costing them.
Glad you said it. I was gonna say, if Doc was the coach of the New York Knicks and Julius Randle did what he did, I don't think Doc is out there talking about Randle at all. I don't think he does that. He probably just says we could have been better, could have been worse, blah, blah, blah. Typical PR shit, moves on. But if you have a player that you, again, and I've talked about how underrated it was. I should have done a video on it, but it's irrelevant now. Ben literally made it hard for Doc to do his job. That is damn near a fact. It is damn near a fact. That was a hard thing to coach. It was a hard team to coach, especially with that player on it. So if Doc felt that he needed to call him out, would I have personally done it? No, because now your ass is in September 28th, 29th, whenever the fuck he said it, backtracking on the motherfucker trying to get trade value. So I wouldn't have done it, but he did it. And I don't think it was necessarily something that was just like egregious or whatever, because at the same time, this motherfucker not getting it. This motherfucker is just not getting it. He's just not. So that's why I said pause. I'm in the middle because shit.
My only and final counter argument to that would, bro, you've had enough evidence. You see that this is who Ben Simmons is. To expect him to change in one summer or in one off season or whatever the fuck. To be honest with you, that's also the definition of insane. So you're either going to do two things. You're going to sit him completely. You're going to sit him completely, or you're going to say, you know what? Maybe we need to do another thing that'll help be conducive to his play style. It just is what it is. Again, if I had such a big investment in, I would try my hardest to work with this something. And if that means even doing lineups without Joel on the court or trying to make whatever it is, 5 lines, all that stuff, I would literally try everything.
You don't think
Doc
he did?
was here for 1 year.
They've done that.
No. Has Doc done it? You saying they? I don't know what Doc has done.
Doc's done it. Doc's ran a lineup without Joel Embiid.
If you saying he did everything this year,
that he could
possibly, then it is what it is. Hey,
he's also building around Joel Embiid. Like, yeah.
I don't know. Listen,
it's no way you about to tell Doc, hey, bench Joel Embiid because fucking Benjamin's upset. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you feel like you've done any and everything, and I would argue that he hasn't, because there's been plenty of situations where, hey, Doc has left. Well, I'm not gonna say plenty. There's been situations where Doc has left and the team has gotten better. I would argue that the Clippers got better after. And I would argue that, hey, if Doc wasn't there when Chris Paul and them were there, there's no way that team doesn't go farther than that. That's just me. I get it. That's fine.
That Clippers thing was
Doc is the reason Chris Paul's thumb broke. Doc is the reason Blake got hurt. Doc is the reason Chris Paul got hurt.
Doc used to run them niggas into the ground, and some of that friction as well. It wasn't all Chris Paul's fault. Listen, it's crazy that we're sitting here defending.
I'm just saying
Doc.
Players got hurt though.
We defending Doc.
What I will say is, everywhere Doc has gone, there has been chemistry issues before he's left. That's all I'll say.
And then when he's left, the team has gotten better.
Well, replacing him with Tyronn Lue is not like fair.
Y'all blew it up.
Tyler was a better coach by a lot.
But the teams that's had these dysfunctional chemistry problems, how long were they to get? Like the teams you're thinking of is the Celtics and the Clippers. Are we not?
Did the Clippers really get better?
Well, not even the Clippers, because
there's a lot of chemistry issues at the end, bro. Yeah. The Blake Griffin, Chris Paul.
Well, no. What I'm saying is those teams have been together for mad long, though.
But wait, the argument was the Clippers got better when Doc Rivers left. When exact year did Doc Rivers leave the fucking Clippers?
2020.
Last year. Yeah. Well, not last season, but the season before.
One before that. Okay. So 20. So he was there when they fucking sucked, and then came back in 2019-20, and then it came back this year, replacing him with Tyronn Lue. Yeah, replacing him with Tyronn ain't all that. Replacing them with the 11-12, 12-13 Celtics when they traded everybody, that ain't really fucking nothing, because they ain't even have a future.
Now, the Celtics are a toxic organization. But like Biso said, where what's his name has been, Doc Rivers has been, there's been a trail of destruction. And I'm not saying, again, I'm just saying, if you felt like you did everything you could do, convicted, fine, but you're in the situation that you're in now. I don't necessarily agree with Sage as far as the leverage conversation goes, but hey,
what leverage has Ben had?
You think Ben has leverage?
What leverage?
Everybody has leverage. To say somebody has zero leverage is
well, okay. Obviously,
not
literally zero, obviously, but. And comparing the Sixers leverage to Ben Simmons leverage, it's like 90 to 95 to 5, like 90 to 10. Like it's pretty.
That shit
pretty
is prime machinima splits.
Pretty sure Philly has more leverage than Ben Simmons because you just fine his ass. He's not. What the?
Not
fuck?
Even that. If he doesn't play, you know what that means? You know what that means if he doesn't play? Not a damn thing because he's a fucking bum. You could just put Matisse Thybulle, aka the 2020 Roberson out there. Throw Seth Curry, Matisse Thybulle, and Danny Green back there, and let Joel be great, and you'll come out with the same outcome.
Watch it look real good.
What kind of leverage is that? Don't play and we be better. Oh, you got me there. Like.
Now, people. I will say this to clip this.
Yes, clip this.
To put it in like a somewhat less toxic but like actual conversation way. Philly has shown in the postseason, and that's why I think he doesn't have that much leverage. How an offense would look if a guy like Seth Curry and if they could trade him for C.J. McCollum would look, because Seth Curry was out that motherfucker essentially on the Ben Simmons proof lineups. Like, take Ben out the game, put Seth Curry in the game. You saw a team that was still good defensively. Don't know why people act like they're going to suck defensively if Ben's gone. You saw a team that still got the ball moving. Yes, it's not quite to Ben Simmons level, which I think is slightly gassed anyway, but they got the ball moving. They got good offense going on. They played great defense. So I don't think if Ben doesn't play, this team's just going to be shitter. The Simmons-less Sixers probably are still a playoff team. They have Joel Embiid, who people consider an MVP candidate.
Sounds like a good organization.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I don't see this leverage then. If you can literally not play and my team will hardly miss a beat, I don't see this leverage you have.
But ultimately, in his eyes too, you would still miss a beat. Listen, if Glass Knees is going to be your main 31 games, 63 games, 64 games, 51 games. If Glass Knees, and more importantly, the minutes are crazy. If Glass Knees is gonna be your star, Ben Simmons is saying, "Fuck it, bro, run it." That's all I gotta say. Listen, there's 235 in here. I don't think we have 235 subscribers. Don't understand why. Oh, Sage is finna get on them.
Oh no, I'm chilling right now.
Oh, okay. Listen, if you're new here, if you love us, if you want to see more casual takes like this. Nothing objective. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And it's still September. Don't you still get 20% off subscriptions?
You do. I've been giving out a couple this month, man. Not gonna lie.
Is it till the 31st? Like, is this a 31st month or just 30th?
I think it's the 30th.
It's the 30th month.
Look at these casuals.
You got one more day. Yeah, your calendar casual. Fuck! Damn it, Sage. You don't know your 31st and 30th? Oh, fuck.
Shout out to Jay's Rough for the resub. Yes, sir.
That's what you just gotta beg for him. That's the problem. You just gotta beg. On to other boring news. I'm glad we filled that segment up, guys. We had to stretch that one. I'm not gonna lie. Not
gonna lie, bro. Since the last pod, nothing has happened. It's just
nothing has happened.
Absolutely nothing.
We gotta stretch these out. I'm about to play devil's.
I got some topics for y'all if y'all need it.
Also, when we talked about relationships, and that was a W, you know what I'm saying? W connection, trying to pivot a sports topic into real life. You know what I'm saying? We're potting out here. We're potting out here. Potting, man.
Brandon Beal, Bobby Beal, commented on getting vaccinated. He said, "I would ask the question to those who are getting vaccinated. Why are you still getting the Rona?
I'm not.
You can still get the Rona and still pass it along if vaccinated." So
one hitter quitter, TKO. Respect. I know we got to kill time, but one hitter quitter, TKO. That's not how vaccines work. Next, I ain't gonna lie. There's some things that are debate. Cool. You anti-vaxxer? Fine. Whatever. That's not how debate works. That's literally a bad point. Next. If y'all need my topics, I got you. But that's just trash. That's just not a good point. That's just not a good point. Literally.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting here advocating, pleading. This man Bradley Beal gets out of Washington so he doesn't waste his career. I hope that nigga never leaves because you're fucking stupid. You deserve all the sadness that comes with being on a losing franchise. Like, how?
He's a millionaire, dog. All I'm saying is, look, we done. I know, chat. I'm here for you, motherfuckers in chat. They're like, oh, here they go again, head ass. Look, I got you, bro. But if we can agree on one thing, that's fucking dumb. That's
why you get the flu vaccine if you still can get the flu? Like,
you took a Tylenol when you're still getting headaches? Man, fuck out of here.
That's just dumb.
What the fuck? Why take NyQuil if you still getting sick? Like,
why take a Benadryl? You still got allergies.
I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing, Damo. That you was in the beginning,
like, got asthma. Like,
it's just fucking dumb.
I think that's the thing. Like, why niggas was like, why do we care about what the players say and everything like that?
It's terrible logic.
That's the thing that we care about. Like, you saying dumb stuff is the thing that we care about. Because there's some dumb motherfucker out there who really doesn't know, but who's repping a Bradley Beal jersey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kev for repping Bradley Beal. Fucking idiot. Still rocking a Bradley Beal jersey, and you're now listening to him for your like vaccine opinion. So Bradley Beal, go home. I mean, not Bradley Beal, Lil Kev or whoever other Wizards.
Shout out Kev.
Listen,
IG manager Kev.
Listen, IG manager Kev. Listen, Grandma. Bradley Beal said vaccines don't even matter. So
that's the thing. That goes back to that whole conversation we had with the Nick Britt situation, man. Influence. Like I'm on Bradley Beal's Instagram right now. He has 1.4 million followers. It's a lot of motherfucking followers, man.
At bare minimum, the 0.4 following that.
Yeah.
At bare minimum, the 0.4 following that.
If even 0.5% of the followers he has on Instagram are actively seeking what he's doing with the vax to determine if they should get vaxxed, natural selection, let the little motherfuckers die because that's stupid. If you
that's how much 0.5%, 7,000 people.
7,000 people can die from natural selection. That's perfectly fine. We have plenty of humans on the planet. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're seeking celebrity guidance for what you should do with your personal health, Charles Darwin invented this thing called natural selection, my nigga. Please jump in the 6-foot grave. You deserve to die. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You deserve to die. This shit is
sad to say that
bro.
people are though. People are though. Like, that's the saddest thing. They are. I mean, we saying that they are.
They are.
7,000 people and their grandmas. That's
you honest. 7,000 people and their grandmas who allowed them to be unvaccinated need to die. She should have been dead, but they need to die.
Someone in chat said that. Someone in chat said that. I'm just reading.
Somebody in chat did.
No,
say
are you ready?
And their grandmas.
No, I'm talking about the fact that the things it affects old people more.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like
you cut out.
Like, I don't.
You cut out right there.
I said I feel like I confide to you that I didn't have a grandma, and you just said that.
Oh
like,
my!
He did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Niggas is upset because they ain't got no iPad. But
I have one.
Yeah. But that's
you
that's
asked
Bobby
me.
Beal.
You asked me what I thought about my iPad before you made your purchase. What the fuck?
Do y'all hear Bezos putting personal business out there in the streets?
Oh my goodness!
That's crazy. But yeah, that's Bob Beal. I don't know if anybody else is
Bob Beal.
Yeah.
That's the funniest shit. Bob Beal.
You know what's crazy? Who does Bradley Beal go down in history as? He has had some crazy.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Jerry Stackhouse, like he's like a Jerry Stackhouse level player.
Couple 30-point per game seasons. Really good.
Jerry Stackhouse or something like that.
Am I bugging?
Wait, we compared Bradley Beal.
He's had how many high scoring seasons? This first one?
Like 3?
He's at 3.
Like absurd, like third, like not obviously
absurdly high too. Like, whenever he's not playing with John Wall, that's when he gets absurd.
Have we ever seen like somebody
that he's done 30 twice? That's what I'm saying.
Have we ever seen a real deal scorer like stay by themselves for this long? Maybe that's what he's trying to go for.
I'm sure.
Is he
a real deal scorer? Is he a real deal scorer?
Oh my God.
By himself. Kobe got help.
I mean, there's plenty of niggas. If you put Isaac Bonga next to him, they'll give you fucking 30 if they're all star. Like, let's be honest.
But I'm saying nobody
Bradley Beal's
has.
Jeez.
Dame? No, Dame at CJ. Damn.
I don't know.
A real deal scorer by himself.
I know that makes me uber casual. Everybody, I don't have one of mine right now.
Boogie in Sacramento.
Yeah, right. But then
what is the question?
How has there ever been a real deal scorer that stayed by themselves?
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson?
Alvin.
He had defense though. I ain't gonna lie.
No. I'd probably say Allen Iverson. Like
These motherfuckers just can't have anything. Golly.
Nigga had Eric Snow.
Okay, so if we're talking about an offensive end, AI then. But I was talking about
AI. Yeah,
I was talking about a good team. All right, but yeah, AI then.
Well, he said Florida stayed by themselves. I mean, it don't matter if you're good or bad. You by yourself.
But I'm gonna tell you this: we know Bradley Beal ain't gonna be looked at. Anyway,
right now it's looking like Luka.
If y'all need a topic, and this is way left.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jay Williams and Jay Williams. Jay Williams. Let me get to this real quick.
Nobody cares.
Jay Williams is removed from the NBA countdown. Something about the Rachel Nicholson. He was with that crew. Word was gonna be like, listen, if y'all don't want these topics, bro, I don't have to make them. I
got you, brother. Word, so
yeah, go ahead. Manny Pacquiao retired. That's it.
No one fucking cares. Should have been retired.
A little bit.
Check this, chat. Check this. And some of you,
Bezos care, but other than Bezos, don't nobody give a fuck, man. He should have been retired.
I'm gonna just say real quick. Manny Pacquiao in his prime was a Filipino rock star. I'm telling you right now, whenever he had a fight, the whole country, it would be like the Super Bowl every time he'd have a fight.
I can't imagine that whole country jaws dropping, watching him lose to a nigga running away named Floyd Mayweather. That's the crazy shit. Imagine a whole country in disbelief.
I was talking shit that week. I'm not gonna lie.
Because the nigga was running away and he still lost. Like, imagine.
Oh my god, that's fun.
That's the thing with Filipinos. Like, we throw parties. Even if you're in America. Oh my goodness, that was the Mayweather Pacquiao one. Motherfuckers was upset.
Yeah.
A lot of parties got ended early, huh? A lot of them parties got shut down quick.
Nah, then they started making excuses. Man, this fight was 10 years too late. I'm like, man, stop, bro.
When I heard that shit, I'm like, oh my god.
I hated that one. I'm a fighter casual, like no cap, like not even for the stream. No, I don't know shit about that shit outside of technique. But that motherfucker Pacquiao and Floyd, there's nothing late about that, dog. that nigga lost, dog. It would have happened 10 years ago, bruh.
I didn't want to be that guy at the party, but I was like, you got outboxed. I mean,
yeah, that's how Floyd rock. That's
how cardio.
Well, look, y'all.
Floyd was on that treadmill that fight, boy. Floyd was like, hey, pink up, we're gonna dance for about 3 minutes.
That was literally because I don't keep up with boxing. That was the first Mayweather fight I watched. And based off of like what I thought of like what people have talked about Mayweather, I'm like, God dang, 46 and 0. He seems like a god. Watch the fight. Bro, is he gonna throw a punch? I ain't
gonna lie, bro. I'm a big boxing cat. I'm a casual when it comes to boxing because let's be honest, who gives a fuck about boxing? Jake Paul's a boxer now. Like, boxing don't fucking matter. Let's be real.
Jake Paul was on Undisputed today. Like, not a guest, but a subject about Jake Paul. No, a subject about Jake Paul made it to Undisputed today.
That shows you how little fucking...
Holy hell.
That shows you how little we should give a fuck about boxing in 2021.
Yeah,
that YouTubers are making the sport more enjoyable, being slightly decent than the pros are being great at it. Like, no, I guarantee you no one gives a fuck that Anthony Joshua just lost to some nigga recently. Right. No one gives a fuck. But I bet a lot of y'all watched fucking Jake Paul beat Teron Woodley, like I said he was. But crazy.
You're right. You were
right on that.
I gotta stop doubting Damo.
Niggas just gotta listen to me sometimes. Like, nigga, I get it. I'm toxic, you know. I joke a lot, but let's be real. When it's time to buckle down, you gotta listen to the kid because I be putting niggas on game, bro. I be trying to put niggas on game.
But look, y'all. Look, check this. So I didn't think this was a thing, but I'm over here just reacting to hot takes on my stream, right? At TS_Sage. And long story short, we get to just talking about contention, right? Because that's what happens during media day. Everybody sees all the teams in pictures, who's going to go where. And you had the cold takes like Bulls going to be a 4 seed, whatever. Like, who doesn't think they 4 to 6 range? Cool, whatever. It actually shocked me. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, like my chat's not that big, but majority of my chat, seemingly, I didn't do a poll, has the Golden State Warriors taking out the Lakers. What would y'all say to that? Like, how favored are the Lakers to necessarily come out of the West? Or like what is it? What's up with them motherfuckers? Because I thought they was a super team, but they went from a super team to a hobbled Clay, Curry, and Rooks getting them out. So I'm confusion. So I just want to hear what y'all got to say.
I don't want to be my definition of a super team is different. It's based off of purely expectations. But if we're talking about just matchup per matchup, who is guarding Curry?
Okay, that's a fair assessment.
Clay.
That's a very fair assessment.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Matchup wise,
who's guarding Clay?
Matchup wise, it might be a problem.
All right.
It might be okay. That's fair. So let me offer a rebuttal. Healthy. If we're healthy, who's guarding AD?
Draymond.
Don't say it. Oh,
Draymond. Okay,
James Wiseman. Come on, guys. Double D, back me up. James Wiseman.
Oh man.
So the last time Draymond guarded AD in the playoffs, AD averaged 30.
I'm kidding. I got the Lakers making it to the finals. So.
Oh, I was really about to break this whole fucking lineup down. I was ready.
You can speak to those people, Dom.
Shout out my boy Double D, but it's just like I'm not saying it's laughable. I've been in 4K, 12K. Fuck it. The team I fear the most is the Warriors, but it's kind of crazy because I'm like, are we no longer the favorites, but yet a super team? Like that's what I was seeing. Like I saw that a lot. I saw that a lot, whether it was in chat, the thread. Hell, I'm probably gonna shout out Rusty. I'm probably gonna click on his vid after this, react to that, and I guarantee you someone's gonna say it there too. The amount of people got Golden State coming out is more than I thought it was, and that's perfectly fine. You can think that. Again, they're the scariest team to me. But
and Sage, it was the same thing when the Nets got Harden. Remember?
Fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When the Nets got Harden, it was still Lakers got it, man. Matchup wise in the 7-game series, Lakers are beating the Nets. So that's why I questioned their super team status was because of that notion. But as the season went on, it was the Nets were dominating so bad that motherfuckers were like, yeah, it's championship or bust. And that's when I
dominating. They barely could beat the Hawks. Listen, Sage, what I would say to that is like I think we have to remember like these kids are watching their Michael, like right. Steph is their Michael Jordan. And until he like retires or anything like that, they will always see him as like, if he gets on the court, no matter what's going on, because their answer to everything is like shooting. It's always shooting. The answer is going to be shooting. So no matter what you say, any type of lineup out.
Spacing.
But is anybody shooting with these guys?
Spacing is any all-time draft. Spacing.
Anybody have? So I just always remember like when I'm
talking. The 4. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Crazy.
They're irrationally thinking about like the shooting and the spacing from the Warriors because it's their Michael Jordan. So you can't necessarily even have like a serious conversation with them about said topic because they'll just always defer to their Michael Jordan. It just is what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, and I hate to just spam repeat. It's not the fact that they said it. I'm perfectly fine with you thinking the Warriors can. I think the Warriors about to be crazy because I believe in Klay's health. But not only was it just like, damn, the majority got the Warriors. It was a lot of people that had the Warriors, and then they were like, and if Klay wins, they'll win it all. So there's some people, and this isn't the majority. I'm not going to fabricate it now. But there's some people that got the hobbled Klay, Steph Curry Warriors just smoking everybody and coming out. And I saw that more than Denver. I saw that more than Phoenix, which is, I think Phoenix is getting downplayed crazy. And I saw that more than Utah. And I was just like, y'all motherfuckers love that team over there. But y'all mad that they didn't trade for X, Y, and Z and call us a super team. So I'm just confused on situation. That's why I brought it up. I
don't feel good with all this pressure on Klay. I ain't gonna lie. He hasn't played for 2 years.
I agree.
He hasn't played for 2 years. Was it torn ACL and then a torn Achilles?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfuckers are talking about, if the Warriors have a healthy Klay, they're a championship contender.
Hopefully, and this is having faith in humanity. Hopefully, if he is not that good, there's like, damn, he got hurt. Hopefully, that is what happens, rather than washed Klay.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned. If Klay doesn't come back,
gonna be.
Oh, what y'all say about Klay? What y'all say about Klay? He's better than Bradley Beal.
Better than Jaylen Brown.
Let me tell you something.
Better than Jaylen Brown.
Let me tell you something. If Klay come back and he's shooting like shit, let me tell you something. You know who's gonna be at the front of the wash Klay train?
Oh no,
bitch! Woo! That nigga's washed. Klay is a scrub now. That nigga can't hit a 3. You need your Achilles to hit a 3, bitch.
PJ Tucker.
Yo, come on, man.
He has
But you know what?
regressed.
Is Clay without lateral
And that's
quickness just PJ Tucker?
Clay without lateral quickness is Reggie Bullock.
No.
He's Reggie Bullock.
No. Thank you. Yeah. Get your shit gone, bro. No, we're not doing.
Chat,
we're not doing that.
Chat, talk to me now.
That could
Hey,
be-
We're not calling this motherfucker Robert Covington with a speed boost. Like we're not
Sage,
doing that.
but that literally could be the case. I don't understand
bro.
why the expectation is that not Sage, that Clay comes back and is like, 60 points, 11 dribbles, Clay. Like, why? I don't understand why I feel like that's going to be him because the new Achilles surgery. But again, I got to remember that this is their Michael Jordan and Scottie. Like, this is their Chicago Bulls. So any type of rational thinking or anything like that, like, it just doesn't happen.
You're just saying Warriors fans and Curry fans are toxic, so fuck it.
I wouldn't even say toxic. Like this is their introduction to basketball, and this is a very, 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 very high level of their introduction to basketball. Like, think about it. If you got introduced to basketball in like 05,
right?
Your best teams are like the Nets and the Spurs. Ooh, or the Pistons and the Spurs, I should say, not the Nets, but the Pistons and the Spurs. Like, that's what you saw as a championship. So you're like that high level of basketball is not the same high level of basketball the 2017 Warriors or the 2016 Warriors and LeBron James and the Cavs. That's a different level. So any type of like thought process or logic behind basketball goes the same way that when niggas got introduced to basketball and it was Michael Jordan. Oh my God, he looked like, whoa, I don't care. Somebody could come into the league today and have a 59-inch vertical, and somebody would say, bro, Michael Jordan was more athletic. I don't know, bro. I can't, like, I don't know what to tell you. He just was. There's no rationale behind these things. They seen Michael Jordan. He just was.
There's some people that would just pull the he just was card. I ain't gonna lie.
Because niggas, if you tell them like, yo, they'll just triple team Steph. Oh my God, he'll shoot out of it. Okay, I mean,
can you imagine? I know Dame would. Actually, I can't imagine because that's what the fuck Dame does. Niggas double him.
Then you'll say
Dom, you were my fault. But Dom, you weren't there for this. I think it was last pod. I was like, because Bezos did the all-time draft jump, and he was talking about Dame, and I was like, I lose to Dame shooting 30-footers. And Bezos, I'm not changing your offense, bro. But Damo, when Dame loses in some of his series, is it not because teams are like, bruh, if this motherfucker's about to shoot from 30 feet 12 times, all right then. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. I know you can. Like, okay, nigga, do it again.
Bro, if I gotta lose to a step back half court three, hey man, it is what it is, bro. It's above me now. It's above me now.
I wasn't watching that. I was like, there's no way I'm not watching this nigga Dame just shoot, like, even in his good games, like the one in Denver, there's no way I'm not watching this nigga Dame just shoot 30-footers, and I'm just like, well, check up. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
All I'm gonna say is, chat, I needed the closest thing to Clay, and at that point, it was Dame. So.
This nigga, man.
I'm just saying, bro, when it comes to Dame, I just don't get how everybody goes crazy on Dame when his counter to being doubled is fuck it. The rim's over there somewhere. Like, I can't.
No. His counter to being doubled is quite. Oh wait, shit! You said the same thing I was about to say. His counter to being doubled is literally. Are you gonna guard me at half court? Literally.
Yeah, Curry does the same shit.
The funniest shit I ever heard was him talking about how crazy it was when the Pelicans played, when Rondo and Drew Holiday, they basically fondled that nigga. Niggas basically said, bro, they was throwing defenses at me I never seen. Nigga, they doubled you. What are you like? What?
Warriors fans ain't never seen that coverage before, man.
Hey, apparently a double team isn't a double team if KD ain't being double team.
That
like,
space is crazy, bro. I was in that space live. That shit was hilarious.
Can you imagine telling Kevin Durant, oh nah, bro, you don't know what double team is? All right, but what about James Harden? Oh no, he didn't get double teamed.
It wasn't the same.
No, bro, he didn't get double teamed.
Yeah, James Harden definitely.
It was crazy. KD was literally saying Steph Curry gets doubled as soon as he crosses half court. Or the other people were saying that. And KD goes, well, what about James Harden? And they're like, yeah, it's not the same. It's
that's why I say niggas that say casual are casuals. This nigga Ricky Rubio out this motherfucker doing this to James in that full court or on his left side. Y'all remember that shit? This nigga James Harden had you smack floaters the whole series.
He literally said, "You know what? They say
You're
don't
not
go left.
Fuck not going left." So wild. And I'm like, see, bro, a nigga not about to call me a casual and say that James Harden ain't get doubled, and a series like that exists. Like, that shit is nuts. That shit is nuts.
You know what's crazy about that? They adopted that. Like who else did that? The Suns did that, or was that the Suns did that with Eric Bledsoe? Like teams really started doing that shit.
Yeah, it was a thing for a little bit. Like when you was that desperate.
It was Milwaukee.
Well, they did that.
Yeah. No. I think Eric Bledsoe at the time was on Milwaukee when they did that. The same. Oh, I'm behind you. I got my hands raised.
I remember Bledsoe harassing motherfuckers. Yeah, he probably did do some shit like that. I
remember Bledsoe pissing off Terry Rozier and getting his ass busted. That's what I remember. That's the only thing I remember about Eric Bledsoe.
Terry got in his days. But nah, what's another thing? Are we still doing topics or we need Q&A? Because I got one more if we need it.
Let's do another topic.
All day. I thought that was a good topic.
Yeah.
All right, bet. No. Hey. Shit, I'm 1-on-1 then. Shit, another fuck it. Just roll with the basketball. It's been damn near a sports pod, so fuck it. One of the hot takes I saw was, and I don't know how much you guys will care about this award, so if not, then we gonna have to chalk it up to the game. Most improved player. Nobody agrees. No. I saw Lonzo, MPJ, and Kuzma. So I'm just like,
Kuzma. I'm picking Kuzma.
I saw and someone had Fox winning too, and I was just like,
De'Aaron. He averaged like 25 last season. He's supposed to average like 32. What the fuck? Hey, you know what's crazy? Steph Curry literally almost did that from 2015 to 2016. He went from like a 25 to like a 31 and didn't win most improved.
They ain't win it. They ain't get shit. And see, chat loves it. See, like I said, I know y'all made plain faces. Look at chat going crazy. KPJ and John shit. Apparently this shit hot. So I was just like,
Kelly Oubre.
I like KPJ. KPJ's a pick.
I also have to remember that majority of basketball know anything about basketball other than the House of Highlights film in the morning. If you ask,
they're doing it again, bro. He's calling motherfuckers a casual without actually saying it.
Listen, it is what it is. Listen.
Like Omar.
Again, a lot of people are casuals, but this is like lunchroom talk, so that's why it never really like gets to me or whatever.
If y'all like that, I got another team one.
No. I can talk. We can talk about it. I'm just saying, all in all, if you asked a lot of these niggas in the chat to shoot a basketball, they would have 3 parts to their jump shot. It would be a and then shoot with both hands. Man, so with that being said, because I'm about to say something that's gonna get some hate. That's why. With that being said, Lonzo definitely won't win. I don't know what type of jumps y'all expect Lonzo to have on this team with.
Here we go.
Look at him. With on this team with like 4 to 5 other people. Like I don't like if they have to run an offense. Are we thinking that like Lonzo is going to be first or second in the pecking list?
Okay, now before Dom goes, Omar, I want you to go on Dom's Twitter right now and check Lonzo's stat line predictions for this upcoming season. And read it off. Before Dom goes. Crazy? Hey, Lonzo Ball or Steve Nash? That's all I'm saying.
He said Lonzo Steve Nash.
Look, hey, Omar, look, read the tweet out loud for the chat. Like, read the stat line.
Hey, man.
This nigga said Lonzo Ball or Steve. Hold on.
No, I did not say Lonzo Ball.
No, I'm just saying with that stat line, he might as well be with
the
defense.
Stat line, I said Lonzo.
The stat line was funny.
Hey, man.
Points per game. Hold on, 16.7 rebounds, 5.4 assists per game, 11.2 blocks per game at 0.8, and steals per game at 1. Field goal percentage is 52.6, and 3-point percentage is 39.7.
How'd you get to those decimal predictions, like the 0.7?
What happened?
How'd you get the 0.6s and the 0.8s? Like what?
Hey man, I had a feeling. I had a feeling, and I just went with what I felt. And you know what? Just shy 50-40, definitely no 90, but 50-40-73. You know, 50-40-73.
73.
50-40-73. You know,
But if he does that, would he not be in combos for that?
I mean,
That's an absurd efficiency rate. Like efficiency.
That's absurd. Sage, that's absurd. That's absurd. That's what it is.
Is it absurd?
What was it? Hold on.
Is that absurd?
Dom, what do you have Vooch averaging this season without the percentages? Just 2010
just
or whatever.
numbers wise.
It's absurd. He went from 41% to 52. That is an 11% increase.
Hey man, he gonna hit them layups now, bro. He hitting them layups.
When's the last time, I want to challenge somebody in the chat and in the comments, when's the last time like a point guard or even just a regular guard has shot 50% from the field over the course of a season?
Kyrie and Curry, right?
Yeah.
That isn't wild, is it?
That just happened.
I was like, that
just happened.
So I'm just saying. So Kyrie this season, Curry.
Okay. There's probably some other motherfuckers. A lot of people did that.
Tony Parker, I'm pretty sure.
Are we put
Tony
guard?
Parker.
And you said
Yes.
Tony Parker?
Yes.
I don't think it. But again, that would put. What I'm saying is that
That's
would
my
put
knowledge.
him. That would put him in like crazy company if we're talking about 50% from the field. Tony Parker did get a 52 one year. It's putting him in crazy company. I'm not gonna lie.
Zach LaVine did it last season.
This is putting him in crazy company.
Yeah.
That's hella efficient.
LeBron, Chad.
This is putting him in crazy company. That's hella efficient.
I'm just saying it's been done.
Tony,
This is putting, mind you, and again, also 39.7% from the three. That's putting him in crazy company.
Brogdon.
This
Dude,
is
if he's
what I'm saying.
averaging
That's what
20
I'm
and
saying.
11, that alone, if he shoots like 45% and 37%, he's gonna be, and he still keeps up the defense. That's a top 25 player. I don't
see this happening. That's what Lonzo.
You talking about,
Yeah,
I was talking about Bezos numbers he was saying.
yeah. Like I'm saying, hypothetically, if Lonzo averaged 19 and 10 on 45, 36, 60 even, that's a top 25 player, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't see that. I just don't see any of that happen.
I see a cool 14, 6 and 6.
He said, "Okay."
Dom, how you feel about 14, 6 and 6?
He did shoot 30.
14, 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Just now though.
I mean, that's bare minimum. I mean, that's bare minimum. You put
I
Lonzo.
do think Zoe's about to score more. I do think.
Yeah, if you put Zoe in a situation where
why?
If you put Zoe in an offense that's going to rely on him being the playmaker, literally trust him to be the playmaker for the team, 14, 6 and 6, that's easy. 14, 6 and 6 is easy.
If Lonzo is actually giving
he did 10, 7 and 7 his rookie year, shooting like dog shit.
Okay.
So
the 6 assists, cool. More than 14, saying that's easy when you have DeMar, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic on the same team. I don't know if that's easy.
That's
Wendell Carter?
No, let me stop. I don't think anybody.
Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Williams.
Hold on, let me double check something.
Kawhi Leonard, Patrick. I mean, Patrick Williams is still growing, and when you add a guy like DeMar, when you add all these pieces on the court, Patrick Williams' role is going to be reduced to what he's going to be doing on offense. All I'm saying is for Lonzo to get fifth to average 14 points. Let's be real. If he hits 2 to 3 threes a game, that's because most of his shots are 3-pointers. So being realistic with what his game is right now. Not even speculating what it can be if he improved anything, if he changed anything to his game. Just him right now, catch and shoot playmaker. Catch and shoot two-way playmaker. That's literally what he is. Most of the shots he takes are threes. Legit, over half of his shot attempts are 3-pointers. Literally, most of the shots he takes are threes. If he hits 2 to 3, that's 6 to 9 points, Now you're telling me, I'm telling you that I feel he's going to average
Look at the gymnastics.
more. He's going to be efficient. He's going to be more efficient for the free throw line, more aggressive to get to the free throw line, and he's going to finish better. Because I'm saying he's averaging 52% from the field.
What makes you say he's going to be more aggressive at the free throw line?
Well, every year, one, I feel like in a different
aggressive free throws.
All right, sir. Being utilized in a different way. I don't know how they're going to use him, but he's in a different situation, different system. That means he can attack the basket differently or change that way to his game. If he's attacking the basket more, he's already shown he's improved every facet of the percentages of his game. When it comes to efficiency, he's improved every year. So I don't see why his free throws wouldn't improve. You're shaking your head, but I'm saying nothing but facts. I'm not lying to you. Literally every year, his efficiency gets better. Like his efficiency never got worse.
No, seriously, dead ass. The 3-point shooting. Oh, my bad. I didn't even see you did the face up, John. I wouldn't have interrupted you. But dead ass, the 3-point jump, because I gotta let him talk when he do it. the 3-point percentage from Zoe, I expect that going up. He just shot 38. I'll say Zoe can definitely do that. Fucking Rudy Gobert averaged 14. Joe Ingles averaged 12. That's the fourth and the fifth option of the Jazz. He can definitely put up 16, 17, 18. I ain't gonna lie.
How is he doing any of this coming off the bench?
Listen.
How is he doing any of this coming off the bench? You niggas forgot one thing and one thing only. The Bulls now have white Michael Jordan and Alex Caruso on their team.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Why did you do that?
Alex Caruso.
This nigga said Alex Caruso.
They will unretire. They will unretire 23, bro. They will unretire 23. And then Alex Caruso will then turn it down. You see what I'm saying?
That sounds like Omar giving up on argument.
Really, when we really talk about casuals, let's get for real.
Sounds like Omar said, "You right, you right."
Imagine we dead ass said you right and just moved on.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah, we moving on because ain't nothing else. When you have white Michael Jordan on your team. For real though, the players that I see in this run, I think the Kyle Kuzma one is interesting. I want to look at players that have more. Who was that? That
was
something else on my window.
Kuzma. Yeah, Kuzma.
Look at the players that have more opportunity, more offensive like bag. I think in Washington, fuck the field goal percentage. Kuzma's going to be asked to take more shots than he took last year. I just think he'll make more shots than he took last year. Oh, well, not make more, but if he got more shots, he'll make some more shots. He'll have a score. Look at the niggas who are unhealthy. I know people are going to say it's my Atlanta bias. DeAndre last year. So I think he'll have an opportunity to shine, even though I don't necessarily care for him a lot. Jonathan Isaac might step up. So that's a player that I would put in that. If he's healthy, if this nigga can play, I think injured players aren't in that.
What do you mean?
Am I wrong on that? Like if you were injured for last year, you're not considered in the most improved.
They care.
What is Jonathan Isaac about to do to make him win most improved player?
I mean, something better than last year, which was nothing because he was injured. So, and he's got a lot of room. I mean,
it's a very narrative driven award because Devontae Graham went from like a 4-point per game scorer to like a 18-point per game scorer. Like statistically, with how much he improved statistically, he improved more than Brandon Ingram or whoever was in the race that year. So it's a lot of narratives. I think it's really based on like who improves from like not being in the top 50 conversation to like really being in the top 50 conversation. So whoever can make that leap, and if Lonzo makes that leap, and out of nowhere, becomes 20 and 8.
I'm not saying 20 and 8, but I think those get downplayed. I don't think it's the fancy name.
I don't think it's
KPJ is my pick.
I like KPJ. I do like
KPJ or MPJ.
I like KPJ.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the people that are just going to be given more around All-Star break next year or something like that. Jamal Murray won't be back until what? All-Star break next year?
Around that.
So with that being said, he'll just have more offensive responsibilities. He'll get more chances to score, like stuff like that. I don't think it'll be the sexy pick. I think it'll be the guy who's like a lesser known name this year who has more opportunity to score going into the next season, and then we'll say, oh yeah, he's improved. Has he, or does he just have better opportunity?
I mean, I personally wasn't gonna pick Lonzo to win rookie. I mean, I said rookie, but most improved player. So
Rookie of the year.
that wasn't my pick. I might say, yeah, Lonzo definitely wasn't my pick.
Who's your
if
pick?
anything, I do like Kuzma more than KPJ personally.
Kuzma sucks.
Kuz does suck, but so do the Wizards. So,
Bro,
and
the
he's already
Rockets?
shown. He's already shown you if you're on a team, if you're on a nothing team, he can average 20 points a game. He's already shown that. Like he's already on a bad roster. Kuz already shown he can give you 20 a game. So on the Wizards, with newfound confidence of being a champion, playing next to LeBron James, playing next to AD, and given the freedom to take about fucking 25 shots a game, if that's the case. Plus, who knows how healthy Bradley Beal's going to be? Plus, the nigga don't want to take the vaccine. God forbid the Wizards be like, or Washington, D.C. be like, nah, vaccine mandate. Then he's not going to play. Then you go to a different city where he can't play because he's not vaccinated. Now Kuz is your best offensive option.
Yeah, I gotta eat that because I was about to say Bradley Beal may not be a playmaker, but he shoot that motherfucker ball. There ain't no way he about to get more than Bradley Beal shots. Bradley Beal shots.
Shit, you can shoot more than Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal not playing.
Yeah, that's why I said I gotta give you that. Holy hell, that's just.
I definitely see Kuz more than anybody.
But winning the award, like B Soul said, they do have this enigma. Like, all right, this is the next guy. I would argue MPJ got a better shot at that point.
Really? I don't think so.
I don't think the narrative.
I don't nasty next season.
Is it always who's the next guy? I don't think for the most improved player.
Brandon Ingram, Banner, and I think Julius Randle. Did Julius Randle and Jeremy?
Julius Randle got it right. Who the fuck?
I think he got it 1 year. He might have.
But now when I say next guy, I'm talking about like next person that's arrived in terms of that status of people that like, oh yeah, he's a bucket. Not top 10, obviously. What the
shit? Now that I look at chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. If they get that nigga minutes, why not Bobo?
He gotta get traded. Bobo gotta go. I've been saying that for a while.
He doesn't.
It's not that he's bad. No. It's not that he's bad, but they don't view him like how you view him. I already know what you argue. I think we already had this conversation. I agree that Bobo should play. I think he has the talent to play. But if they're not going to play him, he's getting wasted because it's like they prefer Zeke. So
which makes no sense because I don't understand why you don't run Bobo at the fucking four.
Exactly.
Like, why not run Bobo at the four next to Jokic? That is the crazy. You know what? I'm not even. I can talk about Bobo.
You want to know why? Deadass? Because people have somehow went from Aaron Gordon's an underrated defender to he's a pure lockdown. But yeah, simultaneously he can only play the four.
So now really gassed Aaron Gordon last season, man.
Yeah, I don't know when it happened, but he was
able to get traded.
It went from underrated, dead ass. He was an underrated player in Orlando, no cap.
If anything, he was overrated because everyone was like, "Oh man,
I've always thought that a bit, but that was just me keeping it to the core."
No, I'm talking about like everyone was talking about how man, his whole career is just a dunk contest. Like he hasn't really done shit, type shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Either fucking way, this nigga gets to Denver. Suddenly, he plays good defense. Nobody saying he's a bad defender. But holy shit, it's just like he's a lockdown for all these wings and these guards. But then he can't play the three, even though that he was allegedly this guy that's improved playmaking, this, that, and the third. So now it's like, all right, so he can put the ball on the ground. He can guard guards. He can guard wings, but he can't play the fucking three. Okay, whatever. So I don't really know what's up with them. I think Aaron Gordon is a bit jazzed, but I'm with you. I would be playing Bobo right now. It's just they not going to get the nigga gone,
because they're fucking man. Let that nigga,
get the nigga gone, bro. Get the nigga gone.
Boston let Taco go. Let that nigga Bobo leave and throw out somewhere else.
Shit, now, right?
Come here, come to us,
bro.
We need
facts, bro. RJ Hampton over Kobe. Romeo Langford over Kobe, bro.
Another hidden name. I'm surprised you said DeAndre Hunter. I would say if they finally wake up, Cam Reddish might have some. If they wake up,
I mean, both of them have the opportunity. Both of them have a chance. I feel like DeAndre Hunter has a better opportunity because he definitely showed he showed flashes last year, and I think in the pecking order, he is definitely higher in pecking order than because honestly, in my opinion, for the parts that he played, he was like arguably second best player on the Hawks. Eli will probably come in there, Clay Capella. But arguably, he was like the second best player for the Hawks.
Gravity.
So I would say that like I would say that given health or whatever.
I've been hearing that word a lot.
Given health, for
even Lowe's been saying that.
It is
portability.
2020.
Yeah, that's the new
2022 is going to be portability.
Yeah, that's 100%. The basketball word of portability.
2019, 2020 was true shooting. 2018 to 19 was PER. 2020 to 2021 was gravity. Now it's 40.
Spacing's always top 3.
I can't stand gravity ass niggas, bro.
Gravity was stupid.
Bro, Stephen Curry is the most underrated playmaker because you don't understand his offensive scoring gravity is more than anyone's we've ever seen. The ability to pull a guy up to the 3-point line in the opposite corner because you're able to shoot the ball from there is definitely better than anything Chris Paul can do. Chris Paul can't produce that type of gravity with just passing the ball. I hate niggas like that, bro. I swear.
They're right, though. But it's annoying.
And spaces are the fucking worst.
It's
Damo.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah. All right, fuck it. The worst thing is it's not wrong, but it's like that can't be the one thing, one hitter quitter TKO to the argument. Like that's the problem with them shits. Like they acted like in 2018, 19 that PR. Oh yes, I heard PR. GG, I was wrong, bro. Fuck. Like that's not how it works, bro. It's nice that you know that, but damn, you sucking your own dick, bro.
Portability.
Okay.
Let's not talk about our core audience like that. Bezos, hit the Q&A question. That's our core audience. All
right, chat.
We're gonna take a couple.
Go ahead, go. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Also,
my light stayed on this whole podcast.
You haven't been cutting out that much this pod. You cut out like 5 times.
Fuck.
Yeah, I got a new mic.
To the 30.
No, I'm playing.
Wait, so does that mean you sent me the shit that's gonna be cutting out? Am I gonna be cutting out now? When the mic?
I don't think it's the mic. I think it's something that's going on over
there. We gonna see.
Hey, no cap. I read chat from time to time. What the fuck arc is y'all talking about? If it's a show I watch, talk to me. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Niggas been talking about arc for a minute, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
What are they talking about? Because I'm an anime.
Now I can't.
But I gotta know what they talking.
I can finally say it, bro. I gave him the foot, and I just cut out again. I cut out again, like
cut out.
This nigga, how you listen? I gave him the footage. Now, if there's no video this week, it's Zoink's fault. He's in here, bro.
Actually, but it's okay. But I'm gonna let them think that it's fine. But my question is, okay, so what are y'all? Because I like the conversation y'all were having earlier about like what a championship organization like actually is. So like, so I guess my question was about like the Lakers. So like, a lot of people would consider them a championship organization, but like, there was a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 year stretch where they were the laughing stock of the league. So I think you could kind of say the same thing for the Spurs, especially since Kawhi getting hurt isn't the only reason why they're bad now. They're bad now because he didn't want to be there anymore. So doesn't that kind of knock them out of the championship organization conversation?
No.
When you say
Omar pays you.
No, go ahead.
Not just good organization, but
Omar literally pays you.
Check that cash app, King. Check that cash app, King. Check.
Respectfully, I can't get that at all because the reason that Kawhi wanted out is because when he got hurt, mind you, he got hurt in the Western Conference Finals, but when he got hurt, the franchise then proceeded to rush him back. Like, bro, your injury is not that bad. Let's play basketball. Let's go. So at that point, he was seeing other doctors, and those doctors were saying no, but the Spurs doctors were saying yes. And Kawhi was the one motherfucker like, bro, I don't care what y'all talking about. My knee not right. They still kept pressing him to play, and that is when he no longer wanted to play. That is why I can't count that at all. But I'll let Dom go.
And my question is, I was trying to ask Omar, but we never got that deep in the conversation. What are you defining as a championship organization? Are you defining it as a organization that is currently at that time competing for a championship, or a historic franchise, a franchise that's won a lot, had great players to where, like with the Lakers, we were a laughing stock. But at the end of the day, you could be a rookie, come on a team with the Lakers. We're a laughing stock, but you can be a rookie and come in and get to talk to Shaq and Kobe and Kareem and all these great players because it's still a historically great franchise, still a championship level franchise. You can go to the Celtics. The Celtics ain't won since 2008, but they're still a historic franchise. You can talk to some of the best players to ever touch a court because they came through the Celtics. You can talk to players that have been there and done that because they have that experience playing with the Celtics. That's a championship level franchise. Same thing with the Spurs. So when you say a championship level franchise, we're talking about, are you talking about teams competing or teams with history of winning and have a winning culture? What are you asking?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was asking y'all, what y'all thought it was. That's why I brought up the Lakers, because I know a lot of people might consider them a championship organization even through that time period. But like at that was, I mean, it wasn't just like 1 or 2 years. That was,
historically,
But
they were, but for that 5-year stretch, they were ass. I don't know when you can barely win 20 games a year. You call that a championship organization at that time?
yeah, that's what I mean though. So we still consider the Spurs that.
But that's the thing about the Spurs. The 2 years prior. Okay, go ahead.
Let me say this too, because I feel like the historical point to me is like, because at that point the 76ers are historical franchise. The Chicago Bulls are historical. The New York Knicks, y'all can still go talk to Clyde Frazier right there every single night. Actually, no, he's still there. He's right there. What do you mean? You're saying from a historical standpoint, he's right there. Y'all can still go talk to him if you want.
Carmelo's right there.
I think it's evident when a team like the Lakers.
Phil Jackson ain't dead, bro. I think the rest of them niggas is dead, low key.
So literally, Phil Jackson and Walt Frazier. So who else can you talk to for the Knicks?
I'm saying I think they did, bro.
So who else for the Sixers? So for the Sixers, you can. I mean, I don't know if Moses Malone is still alive, but you can go talk to Dr. J.
Moses Malone is deceased, but everybody else from that team, everybody else,
Allen
as
Iverson.
far as I know.
As far as
nigga, from a championship. Go ahead.
But the difference is like there are plenty. Again, Shaq's, Kobe's, Magic's career. There are plenty of guys who a lot of niggas could have actually seen, like grew up watching play, that have won. Like niggas go to the Spurs, you can talk to Tony Parker, Manu, Tim Duncan, niggas you grew up watching. Like it's, and the expectations of what that franchise is. You can still have losing seasons, but your team expects championships when they get a team. Like the Bulls right now have probably the best team they've had since 2011 Derrick Rose. Like that Derrick Rose roster. Them niggas aren't sitting here screaming championship or bust. Like no, they're still like, yo, okay, we're growing. I'm just happy to be here, because that's not, the Bulls aren't a championship franchise. Them niggas are Michael Jordan, and that's it. Like they're not a championship franchise.
Thank you.
I think the point of what Omar was trying to say was that championship or not, I think we're just talking about semantics. But what Omar was trying to say was great teams, good teams, highly functional teams don't do what the Sixers is doing. So I think right now the whole championship conversation is just like semantics at this point.
Because to be honest with you, it is because what I'm referring to is there's been conversations about RC Buford and Pop being like terrible GMs, specifically in the later years, trying to rebuild and everything like that. During that time, to me, it wasn't even about the Lakers being ass on the floor. From a management perspective, they were like tremendously. That was the Luol Deng dumb big contract. That was the Timofey Mozgov dumb big contract. That was D'Lo and all them. Like that was terrible. So I don't even. It's a combination of a bunch of different things at that same moment. And again, a good franchise just wouldn't anything like that.
I mean, hey, all I got from this is one, I personally disagree with any notion that the Lakers were never not considered a championship or a winning organization. That 6-year stretch that we're talking about is literally one of the shortest stretches in which a franchise has been down bad, considering all the success they previously had. If the Lakers damn near won a championship every decade ever since basketball started. Like ever since the NBA was a thing.
Yeah, there are historically championship caliber.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say if LeBron, God forbid, of course, if LeBron, AD, and Russ, let me not even say injured, if we're retired, they just say fuck basketball and leave, right? Then I wouldn't be like, oh, the Lakers are not a championship organization anymore. They're not a championship team. Hell no, they're not a championship team. But they're definitely a championship organization. I think that is. I like y'all are saying semantics. I think that is like damn, like the most.
But again, Sage, what I'm saying is it's the players on the court are one thing, but it's also the combination from the man perspective. So if then Rob Pelinka, isn't Jeannie Buss like mainly over them now?
Yeah, Jeannie
from the owner. So from the ownership perspective, if they just started doing like legitimate dumb stuff, they would be a bad organization. But that's kind of what we're saying about during that period when not Rob Pelinka, but Mitch Kupchak and what the other Bus brother were running the day-to-day operation.
Yeah, that's a bad organization. Yeah.
That's a bad organization. That's a bad organization.
Like let's say this podcast, we peak out like, you know what I'm saying, touring Madison Square Garden, right? And then 3 years later, new cast, terrible management, terrible hosts. Historically, it's a great podcast, but like at that time, it's not a great podcast.
But that again, that's why I asked, what are we saying as a team that's why I said we need to specify. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying we need to specify specifically. Are we talking about the organization itself, or are we talking about the team's current state in the NBA? If the team's currently competing for a championship, if they're currently a contender, are we saying that? Or because if you say a championship level organization, history has to be brought into that because you're talking about the organization and franchise as a whole. You can't say a team is a championship organization and not look years back to what they've done to be considered a championship organization.
Yeah, so to answer that question directly, it's the first thing you said.
Currently, it's what you're doing currently. Yeah. That's what you feel. Yeah. I feel opposite.
Yeah, I feel completely the opposite. I feel like me and Dom on the same page, and I don't want to speak for Bezos. He hasn't quite.
I mean, I get what y'all saying. Like I said, you have to. I feel what y'all saying. That's what I said. If you're gonna say, that's what I said when we were having the whole disagreement at first. Let's stop saying championship organization because that's not what we mean because we're interpreting that differently. Let's say teams contending right now. That's why I said that at that moment. Let's say teams contending right now because that's what we're talking about. The semantics of what a championship organization is what we was disagreeing.
Right.
Let me say that's also some hyped up. I know Zoinks that that's some hyped up bullshit. That whole championship organization. The fucking Knicks have been carrying on from that. And I know from public perspective. Knicks niggas have been hanging on for that, and the Celtics as well. Celtics have been hanging on for this championship aura for the longest.
Like, people's mixed with 17 gifted.
Mixed?
Okay.
Okay, brother.
Yo, Omar, keep slandering the Knicks. I think that's what it
keep slandering the Knicks.
But these bum ass teams, like they hang on to that championship and big market persona. Like that's bullshit to me. Like honestly, I would look at better. There's small market teams who are better organizations than better teams that don't have this championship persona that these other teams have. Like, I just don't. And also, I would want to know, like, how long does that last for you? Giannis, 2 to 3 more. Do the Bucks all of a sudden become a championship organization the next, I don't know, 25, 30 years until Giannis and them die?
If they're competitive for 15. Like with the Spurs. So the answer to why people oftentimes the Spurs have this issue of either being overrated or underrated is because the Spurs got popped and out of nowhere they were just competitive for the rest of time until very, very, very recently. That's why people go on them about the Kawhi situation because they botched that insanely. Like that was a very, very, very bad misstep that they had with Kawhi, and that has ruined where they were. But when Greg Popovich arrived and that team with David and Tim was out there winning, then essentially they had a big three and they were dominating early 2000s all the way until the 2010s. Hell, even winning in 2014 by a finals margin against a prime LeBron James. I would consider that organization a winning organization. However, when we talk about them being this S-class organization, the perfect organization, the Spurs waving, that's where I had my cause to pause because I was like, it's just Pop like calling all the shots. And Pop isn't perfect, but it was just Pop calling all the fucking shots.
I was like, and he's ass, low key, like his ability to evolve is ass.
All right, let me
I agree. He
Oh yeah. Get Zoinks up out of here. Zoinks, we appreciate you. Damn, I couldn't tell him to go edit. Like niggas is asking what my videos are. That nigga's up here. I'm playing with you. Don't
go tell him.
No.
Go tell him go edit.
Hey, bro, I don't even want to do it now because I feel like I'm grilling him. Hey, go edit.
Bro, I did it all pod, bro. It's okay. I got you.
Okay, good. Hey,
don't worry.
Hey, that's my twin right there.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate him.
All right, get him out of here.
Right, let's get Anthony. I think he's new. Everyone else is
Anthony is
regulars.
Big Dick Ant.
Yo, what's up?
What's good? What's good?
What?
Oh, you didn't do.
Oh wait,
What's good, bro? No. You're fine. You're fine. That nigga's wild. You're fine.
What?
all right. The question is, are the Bulls a championship contender? And if
Hell
not,
no.
what changes do they need to make to be one?
Get better with time.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Lonzo literally has to be Steve Nash with defense. Lonzo literally has to be Steve Nash with defense.
I say contender. Look, the word contender is like I fuck with them, but we talking about contending to win a championship. They're like having a reasonable possibility of winning the NBA championship. There is no argument. If someone said who you got winning, Bulls or Bucks, Bulls or Nets, Bulls or Lakers, Bulls are going to State. If you saying the Bulls are winning 2 out of 4, fuck me, they're contenders then. But I think you're just wilding. Like they're not. Nah, dog. Nah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a delusional Bulls fan.
Jesus
Nah,
Christ,
man,
you
you're not
didn't say
delusional.
that. You
You're not
didn't say-
delusional, bro.
God
You
damn,
wanna
now I feel like I
Let me
am.
tell you-
Y'all both
No,
delusional.
no.
What the fuck?
God
fuck that.
damn.
Let
You
me
see how you
tell
just
you-
straw man me? God damn.
Nah, let me tell you what y'all gotta do to be contenders, bro. Honestly, Big Vooch has to be a top 5 center in the league. Levine has to be
He's
a
not?
top 3 scorer in the league.
He's not.
Lonzo, he just gotta be Lonzo. Let's be honest. Lonzo can't do no
Yeah.
wrong.
He's
Y'all have Caruso, so you already have the ultimate X factor on the bench.
The
Correct.
ultimate.
Coming off the bench with Kobe White, and y'all in the
All
East.
he does is
like,
dunk
let's
and
be
play
honest.
defense.
Let's be honest. Patrick Williams, like I don't even starting or coming off the bench. Like y'all defense is going to be impeccable in the East. Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
Y'all got a good shot, man. Just stay healthy. Health is key. Health is wealth.
The heat is clamping y'all
That nigga
up.
Dom
bro.
is smiling too much. That nigga's lying.
Heat and fire.
Hey,
Why
can I,
you
can I
do
go,
this,
no, hear
man?
me out. Because for one,
Right.
the Nets will be a non-factor because Kyrie ain't gonna play. So
That's
and we don't know how the health is gonna look. James Harden can go out there and die in 3 seconds again. Who knows? Or maybe it'll be Kevin Durant this time. So he won't be there. The Bucks.
We don't do hypotheticals here, bro. Come on now. Come on.
Hey, that nigga said the Bucks, they're tough. But
the Bucks. Listen.
Y'all, nobody
The
stop
Bucks-
Giannis. Y'all have nothing to stop Giannis.
Yeah, y'all ain't got shit for Giannis,
The
dog.
Bucks
I
are
ain't gonna
first
lie.
seed. Listen. The Bucks are first seed. They're on the opposite side of the bracket. We ain't worried about them until the finals, to the Eastern Conference Finals. We ain't worried about them, all right?
Okay.
Man, we ain't worried about them.
Right.
That's why I said the Nets. The Nets number 2. They're down there with us. They're down there with the Bulls side.
Somebody asked me today, are the Hawks contenders? I say fuck
They're
no, the same
frauds.
reason.
The Hawks are frauds. I'm sorry.
So-
The Hawks are
He about to
frauds.
zoom in. He about to zoom
The
in.
Hawks are
The
frauds.
Bulls are that's wild. That's
The-
wild. Wait,
The Hawks are frauds. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, to see how, first of all, niggas is about to treat Trae Young like IT. Like, I hope you realize that now, right? Like, niggas is about to give Trae Young Isaiah Thomas treatment on the basketball court. So I hope he has plenty of Trae balls to go, because I'm telling you now, niggas is about to straight rock the baby with that little ass nigga, because he's getting too big for his britches. I don't know if y'all know this, but every time a little player gets a little too hyped, the league has this thing to where niggas just bully the fuck out of him. So it's his turn.
It started with Bron did it to Curry. I gotta keep it.
I'm just saying.
And then nigga Bron palmed the shot and was like, "Shut your bitch ass up." I'm like,
Listen, bro. I hear it.
I'm like, oh shit.
I hear it, bro. And if y'all want Trae Young to not succeed that bad, it is what it is. All I gotta say is October 19th, you know where we're gonna be at in State Farm Arena.
Wait, what happens
Now, I won't
October
be-
19th? I know that.
You gonna watch the
that's
Hawks
opening
lose?
night. Opening night for the Hawks. Now I'm not gonna be repping Trae Young. They're playing the Mavericks, so Luka will be there. I don't know what to tell you. We still love Trae. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
I was gonna ask Anthony, what do you think that they're title contenders?
Maybe if, like you said, they get injured a bunch. I think they have potential, but like you say, they got to grow a bit.
So
To be honest,
Motherfuckers get
I'm shooting
injured.
way
They
up because we
have
haven't been a
potential.
playoff team. In
Well,
like,
Anthony,
fucking
What
decades.
Miami Heat has run?
I'm gonna put it this
Going.
way. Every team, like God, please, every team 100% healthy. Highly unlikely, but whatever. Every team 100% healthy. Where are they on the totem pole?
I'd like to say finals, but realistically, they're like a first round exit. I'm sorry.
Damn, they ain't first. I don't think they first. Like, rank them. Like, are they the fifth best team
in the conference?
Like what seed they're gonna end off?
Yeah.
Probably like the ceiling is third, and the floor is like sixth. I'd say.
That's a good.
Listen, before we get him out of here, let me.
Hell no.
Before we get Anthony out of here, I just want to run because Sage was saying not first round exit. One of these teams is gonna have to be a first round exit. Let me tell you, teams in the East. So Celtics, Celtics, Nets, Sixers, Milwaukee, Hawks.
First round
that's
exit.
5 right there. Oh, and then Chicago is 6. One of these teams, 2 of these teams really have a first round exit. No. I'm not saying. I'm saying out of these teams that we know are supposed to be powerhouses, juggernauts, or whatever in the East, somebody in this 6 is gonna be a first round.
Did you say
Atlanta?
Miami?
It might be.
I didn't say Miami. Okay. And mind you, I didn't say Miami, so we can throw Miami in there too. That's 7.
Right.
Somebody has to be a first round exit out of that.
That's
Atlanta.
why shooting matters so much.
We hear
people have been saying that Atlanta's a fluke. I don't know about that.
They're a fluke.
And mind you, what Sage is saying is true. Seeding does matter. You get the right side of last year. Like I don't think Atlanta was like the crazy best team, but ultimately we got the best side of the bracket. So it was a better path to the Eastern Conference Final.
Bro, Julius Randle forgot how to play basketball.
Right.
I'm saying we got the better side of the bracket. That's the best side of the bracket.
Julius forgot how to play. Who did y'all play in the second round? The Sixers with Ben Simmons passing up shots.
If the Nets got that side of the bracket, they would be in the Eastern Conference. I don't know. Actually, that would be it. But again, out of those 7 teams right there, there's gonna be a couple teams that go home in the first. Somebody has to. So it's very likely that that's
I got the Bulls making it out regardless.
I see the marker.
I don't think the Bulls about to like if we gotta compare them to those teams.
He put it down.
Way too early predictions. Incoming the slander. I think the Bulls could fuck. I don't know if they'll beat shit. Do they beat Boston?
Fuck
Yeah.
Boston.
Sage, you going crazy, bro?
My sentence. No,
bro. I don't think the Bulls could fuck. Go ahead.
I hate you all.
Tasting.
I think the Bulls could be Miami. I ain't gonna lie. And I jump out on that gun. I think the Bulls could be Miami.
So is Miami a fluke? Is Miami a fluke team? They're smoking mirrors.
I just don't believe in the firepower that they got. Like I believe at some point,
State the firepower. State the firepower real quick.
I fuck with Thickums. I fuck with Jimmy, but I don't think that they bought it like
Hero, Duncan Robinson.
All right, this about to sound rude as shit. This about to sound rude as shit. I'm so tired. That's the one name I'm tired of hearing, bro. It's
Victor Oladipo.
It's done, bro. It's done, bro. It's done,
DJ Tucker?
bro. He's not about to get back to this 2018. He done, bro. Look, I fuck
that team
with
too dark skin.
We're talking about Victor.
Damn. Yeah.
He's talking about Victor.
A lot of people like, bro. I've heard a lot of the Victor going to earn that money thing, like because he signed the minimum and he's going to earn the fucking 20 million. Bro, Vic,
yo, can we have a serious conversation real quick?
Vic, bro.
Who was the last player to get on an earn it deal and it actually worked? Can we please talk about this? Who was it? Please tell me who's the last guy to get on this fucking earn it deal and it worked?
Boogie, no good.
No. Dwight, no
good.
IT, no.
Oh shit!
Like Melo.
Listen.
Melo,
Listen.
no.
I'll go one step further. Who's been on a prove it deal and it didn't go backwards at least? Like every time that we're counting, it's gotten
the same.
worse.
Like they didn't earn any time or anything.
I'm trying to count somebody who stayed the same. Is there anybody that's just been like, okay?
No. Dwight's didn't get way worse. Dwight, he won a ring.
Not way worse.
He got a guaranteed deal somewhere else. Then
Okay.
he
Can we count? That's a good. I got a good one. Does Reggie count? That might be a good one.
Okay.
What
Reggie,
deal is he on right now?
That might be a good one.
Did he get resigned? Did he get resigned?
Yeah.
How much he get?
A lot more than Reggie Jackson.
So then Reggie, Reggie count.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give y'all that. All right, good shit, chat.
Everybody we was naming my nigga was going back.
But I'm not even gonna let chat slide with that. One of those all-star box office names, like when Victor Oladipo, when Rose got hurt, when Boogie got hurt, those type of motherfuckers. They
like
got
an old
hurt,
Mellow and stuff like
and
that.
it was like, yeah, Melo even. They got hurt, and the league gave up on them, or they had a whole different view on them, and they got signed that minimum deal, and they went back and balled up. Give me a name.
I can't think of anything.
Is chat saying Reggie Jackson got 11 mil?
Yeah, it's either old rookies trying to prove themselves.
That's a lie.
at
Like
work,
the
'cause they're rookies.
campaign doesn't count, and what I'm
don't
talking
think-
about now, Reggie Jackson doesn't count. I'm talking about like those guys that fell off. That fuck that. I'm betting on myself, and then they proved everybody wrong and got that bag.
Nobody. No
I can't think
all-star
of
level player.
Shit.
No like
That's in D-Rose.
good player. None of them got a
D-Rose?
prove it deal.
How
And
much did
then
D-Rose pay? D-Rose.
he's still on a 1-year deal.
I said,
Like
what?
he's been signing 1-year deals out the ass for the last 5 years. Like what?
I'm not gonna lie.
He ain't earned shit.
Delonte Rose has moved up into the most.
3 years.
I thought he was about to say
42
Delonte West. I'm like, that nigga's on drugs, but he's not talking about Delonte
Like,
West.
Bro, I'm
like $14 million.
Devontae Rose, bro, is just so. I just stop bringing his name up, bro. Y'all don't even watch him. That's what's crazy to me. Shut the fuck
D
up.
Rose got 3 years.
You're not such a
43 mil.
gatekeeper when it
But
comes
he
to
didn't get
basketball,
it.
bro.
But he
Yeah.
didn't get it on his proven deal.
Keeping,
And that
He didn't
was
get it
his
on
big
his
deal. That was
Isn't that like-
way after. That
Yeah.
was way after.
He earned that money from how he played in the playoffs, but he wasn't on a prove it deal with New York to get that money. So it's not the same.
Right.
A prove it deal was literally Dwight was on a non-guaranteed contract with the Lakers and had to earn his contract. A prove it deal is Boogie going to the Warriors because no one wanted to sign him, so he signed for 1 year to win a championship
Thank
and then go to the market to sign a bigger deal. A prove it deal is Nerlens Noel passing up on the 80 mil from the Mavericks to prove he was worth it, and then took a smaller 1-year deal just to take a bunch of smaller 1-year deals because the
No,
nigga wasn't fucking worth it.
A prove it deal to
Wait,
a
did he
much
do
less-
that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. Nerlens Noel turned down a rookie, like the extension after your rookie contract with the Mavericks, which was like around 80 mil. Check my Carfax. He turned down 80 mil. The same thing, basically Schroeder did. Turned down the money to go hit free agency because he felt he was worth more, and then realized he wasn't worth shit. So he had signed that qualifying restricted deal with the Mavericks to get that 1 extra year to enter as an unrestricted free agent and not get paid shit but pennies. And now he's
mind
getting
you-
what he's making now.
and now he wants to blame
lost
Rich
58
Paul.
million. Oh my
right.
god.
Now he wants to
Oh
blame
my
Rich
God.
Paul. Rich Paul's a bum.
All right.
Yeah.
Like even like another one would be, and I know I mentioned all-star caliber, so remind to stay with that, but I'm just naming situations of a prove it deal. Dennis Schroeder right now. But I saw Blake Griffin. I don't think that counts. That's a scam. There's a difference. Nigga, Blake Griffin scammed them niggas. That's all that was. That was funny. Al Horford. When did Al Horford? I mean, what are we doing with Al Horford?
I would say Reggie's counted because Reggie went from 735,000 or 34,000 to 2.3 mil.
I was talking about him
to
being
11
all-star.
mil.
That does count in terms of maximize the prove it deal, 100%. I was talking about one of those guys that like sell out arenas. Yeah. But Reggie does
I get
count.
what you're saying.
Reggie does.
Anthony, we appreciate you. Good luck on this season. I just want you to know, the Bulls suck, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they're
I believe in them, even if they're probably not gonna do that good. I believe.
Don't
I
even
feel you,
believe
bro.
in that. He thinks the
jerseys and the colorways.
Watch
of the
me make a
shoes
video
might
in
be
2 days,
fire,
bro.
but-
Why the Bulls are the most
Bro,
underrated
niggas in
team
chat-
going into the 2022
Why the
season.
Bulls are disgustingly underrated. Keep it a buck exposed.
Let's do one more.
Niggas in chat said Rondo, he got 15 mil over 2 years, then got a minimum after getting waived. Nigga, Rondo was not on a prove it deal with the Lakers.
Yeah,
He legit
You
was
see what I'm
available, and we was
Hey,
trying to get a
and I
guard.
did
He
this
was
with
not
my
on
chat
prove it.
earlier. They twisting what I'm saying. I'm talking about box office sellout name, nigga, in that moment. Not Derrick Rose 5 years from now and getting paid again. I'm talking about Derrick Rose fresh off blowing his knee out twice. Shit, y'all think I suck? Bet. Let me go ball. April Fools. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Twice. Blowing his back.
I said
Anyway, Rail Dadon.
Okay, so I was having a conversation at lunch.
I'm
How-
good.
how
man.
you
How are
doing?
you?
How you doing?
I'm good up easy. I'm good.
You're
up
in
easy.
high school?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in high school. I'm 16.
Nigga, you gotta be at least 30.
Nigga sound like shit.
Okay,
No, he
Pop,
sound
okay,
like
Pop
11.
Smoke. All right, Pop
Remember when we
Smoke.
first heard 11,
All right,
bro?
Pop Smoke.
Nigga sound
11
smack
was
like
crazy.
Jack. Go ahead, Real O'Neal.
Go ahead, Pop Smoke.
We were having a conversation that Steph Curry would have a bigger impact on that Derrick Rose team than Derrick Rose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I just wanted to let that be known that like.
Pray to God that nobody.
Yo, screen record the stream right now and send it to them.
Okay, thank you. I just like,
No problem.
because they tried to say that Prime D Rose was better than right now Stephen Curry, and that's
Prime D Rose is not even better than 2018 Victor Oladipo.
Bro,
And we can go all day. We can go all day with
D
it.
Rose might not be top 10 right now. Let's give it a stat.
Bro,
I'm
Prime
with that
D
nigga.
Rose.
God damn, bro. God
Prime D
damn.
Rose at best, Prime D Rose
Seven.
is one level below 2017 John Wall. Like, what are we doing?
Hey,
Like,
hey, let me get the good shot in, man. That's a fact.
Bro.
Out of a day.
Like, come on, dog.
No.
John was nasty.
Listen,
but I don't know about
when
that.
I was just trying to kill D Rose and saying he was the most over,
Cut up.
and this nigga just came on here and proved my point. I'm not gatekeeping basketball. These niggas say stupid stuff like, "Where you from? Where you from, Rel?"
Missouri.
They saying that in Missouri?
ain't
God
watched
damn,
basketball in
what
Missouri.
the fuck going on? They saying that in Missouri?
Yeah.
I don't know what
so
to say.
disappointed.
That's crazy.
He said, "Yeah."
Bro,
I thought he was at
Prime
least
Derrick
gonna say
Rose-
like Chicago or something like that. But okay, maybe that's they idol or something like that. But come on, bro.
Prime
Missouri?
Derrick Rose was 2021 De'Aaron Fox. That's who Prime Derrick Rose
You
was.
wow. I see.
That's who Prime Derrick Rose was.
See.
Without the defense.
And that right there.
Without the
done
what
made the whole-
defense?
No. That made the whole
Derrick
TikTok
deep.
clip right there.
So you're talking about? Oh, okay. You're saying De'Aaron
Y'all niggas
Fox
crazy.
is Derrick
Y'all niggas
Rose
crazy.
with defense? Okay.
With
Y'all niggas-
yeah,
Oh,
De'Aaron Fox.
okay,
It's crazy. This
De'Aaron
makes the
Fox
whole
is just
TikTok clip.
MVP roles.
Look at Sage.
with
I'm built
defense.
different as.
This is the whole
It's the
TikTok
truth.
clip right
It's
here.
the truth.
No, it's not. It's one spectrum that says he's better than Prime Curry, and then the other's like, man, we don't do comparisons over here, man. He's not even better than Derrick Fox right now. Like, bro, can we meet somewhere in the middle? Holy hell!
Is he better?
Let's meet in the middle. I'm about to say, let's meet in the middle. I'm about to say, let's meet in the middle. He's rookie John Morant.
That seems fair to me.
I don't know what to tell y'all. Hey, and you know what's crazy? I'm still taking John Morant because I know. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Chess said DTP clipping this, and they'll be on our side. So
Right.
They would be on our side.
See, these are hypotheticals we don't do,
Yeah,
bro. These
Hey,
type
I ain't gonna
things.
lie. Hey, if y'all said they'd agree with the Ja one, I wouldn't at all.
Nigga, I'm looking at this list right now. Give me Jalen Suggs over that nigga.
All right,
The fuck?
All right, now that was a DTP clip right there.
yeah, that's
Give me Anthony Edwards. I know, but I'm looking at this list for real though. SGA. I don't know.
None
bro.
of that
We'd
corny
have to have the
shit.
conversation.
Chill. See now
We'd have to have the conversation, bro. SGA had a year last year. That's what I'm saying to you, bro. We'd have to have the conversation.
facts.
De'Aaron Fox,
Hey,
John
it did
Morant.
say he's gonna be the next Steve Nash.
Bro,
I don't know.
Y'all talking
bro,
like this nigga wouldn't be out.
2011 Derrick Rose is just Markel with a good shoulder. Like, let's be honest. He's Markel with a good shoulder. Like, come on.
See,
That
Chad,
nigga's
I'm
fat.
sorry.
Well,
This
well,
is
how old are you?
almost casual, dog. This is like
Oh, well, you're
I'm
15,
16.
16. So how old were you in 2011?
I was 16 minus.
You can't do math? That's 10 years ago.
No, I have to think real quick. I was
No,
6.
not you. I'm talking about Omar.
Yeah,
No, I just want to ask him, bro. We're trying to keep the conversation going. You said you were 6, and you said your friends are saying this.
Yes.
So they weren't even watching basketball. Tell your friends that Omar, what's his name? Derrick Rose is on the same level as Jeff Teague. Get him out of here.
How does it always say
Show
that?
your
Jeff?
friends
Appreciate you,
that.
bro.
Don't.
Bro, just show your friends this VOD, bro. Show your friends
What
this VOD.
happened? We were all together, and then just boom.
Sage,
like,
what's the difference? What's the difference between Jeff Teague
Last one.
and Derrick Rose back then? You can't say it.
everything.
Hey,
Oh my god.
G4.
What's good?
I'm chilling.
What's good?
All right. So, I was just in a space not too long ago, and they brought up a really weird but interesting question. It was a bunch of Knicks fans, like random retired Knicks players and people who cover the Knicks. They were going over ranking the Knicks starting five compared to the Western Conference, and they had the Knicks as the sixth best starting five in the Western Conference.
Is that the same space that was gassing up Patrick Ewing like yesterday?
That's the same. No, not only that, there was some nigga in there that was saying that the Knicks aren't going to be as good as they were last year because they don't have hard hats like the championship New York Giants with Eli Manning. So
hard hats?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yes, he said hard. He didn't explain. He just said they didn't have hard hats. They don't have hard hat players.
Rough Riders? Like Rough Riders. Oh, okay.
Do they call themselves the Knickers, or is that just something?
I saw Knicks.
The Knickerbockers. The Knickerbockers. That's what I'm saying.
Do fans call themselves the Knickerbockers? No, I've only heard.
Look at these. I guess everybody. Listen, if anybody was ever comparing this to Omar, if anybody was ever comparing the Western Conference to the Knicks, bro, they know nothing about basketball. And saying that they're the sixth best team in the West.
All right, they said 6, maybe 7 because of the Clippers.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's foul. And I know they're probably taking injuries into and shit like the same thing. I don't. That's not the same thing. So they would be. I don't even know where I would have them, but they just wouldn't be in that conversation. So I don't know. But they're wild for saying that. If that's the question, they're wild for saying.
So you don't have them. You don't have them as a top 8 starting 5.
You have to walk my dog. Yeah.
The Knicks do not have a top 8 starting 5.
You know what the funny thing was? They were comparing Knicks to the Clippers, and they were saying that the only reason that the Knicks could be better. No, listen. No, here's the kicker. They said the only reason that the Clippers are better than the Knicks is if Reggie Jackson plays good.
Are they talking about the same Knicks who best player forgot how to play basketball?
Possibly. But they said he's going to be better this year because he has a chip on his shoulder because everybody's talking shit.
He had a chip on his shoulder last season.
I'm about to say
that's why he was improved.
And these are the people that be calling y'all
casuals.
You can't give niggas like the Knicks any type of
They're
slack.
such casuals, aren't they?
You cannot give like Knicks fans any type of slack. Niggas last year were like, yo, it's good for basketball. Yeah. They were good for basketball, that the Knicks are good. No, if it's gonna produce content like this, bro, it's not good that they're good.
The Knicks are good for basketball.
Not if it's gonna produce stuff like listen,
bro.
right.
The legend of Trae Young wouldn't have started if he didn't go to Madison Square Garden and do what he did.
Denver Nuggets, are they better than the Denver Nuggets? I guess
it's just a starting 5, right? But I would still say no. But it's just
Timberwolves.
They said absolutely not, and they actually laughed.
Thunder.
What?
The Thunder. They said no. They also said they also laughed at the Pelicans.
Wait, are you saying no that they're
as in the Knicks are better than Knicks have a better starting 5 than those teams, and they also laughed.
Then the Nuggets.
All right, I gotta be lost.
Wait, all time or currently?
Currently, as in going into the season.
Then the Nuggets?
Yes.
Bro, Twitter. Yo, we gotta talk to these niggas on Twitter, bro. Certain niggas should be banned from space.
MPJ might be the best player on that team if he had the same opportunity as Randall.
You can't even say certain niggas because it was like majority of the space.
Jamal Murray, it's like 4.
Are they still on? I'm trying to join that space after this.
Facts. Is that space going right now?
They still have. They did like an overflow because there was some nigga who's like got cut from the practice squad of the Knicks.
Overflow? It's that many people?
I mean, not anymore, but there was like 30 niggas in there.
All for a nigga that got cut from a practice squad? Really? He's that
Trailblazers.
They said that no, because Norman Powell is not a viable third option.
Utah.
Who's a viable third option on the Knicks?
Hold on, we're gonna keep going. Utah.
All right, they said Utah has a better starting 5.
Golden State.
They said yes, depending on who starts.
That's just a yes. Okay. That's just a yes.
See on the team. They have Kurt. Oh my God.
The Clippers. Bro. You said the Clippers. You said the thing about the Clippers.
They said maybe the Clippers.
Reggie Jack. I mean, not Reggie Jack. The Lakers.
Maybe.
They said
Literally,
yes,
any
after the
starting
Lakers.
lineup with like
Norman
one
Powell
small
isn't a good
weakness
third
isn't as good as the Knicks starting lineup because of how well rounded it is.
The Phoenix
Fuck outta
Suns.
here.
The Phoenix Suns.
They actually there was no like back and forth between. They said the Suns have a better roster. I mean, not a better roster, better starting five.
Sacramento Kings. I'm assuming. Yes.
They laughed.
Oh, Dallas Mavericks.
They laughed.
Okay.
Luke,
Houston
solo
Rockets.
The Knicks.
Houston
Luka
Rockets.
would solo the Knicks.
They said no.
Who's-
They said no. The Rockets do not have a better starting five than the Knicks.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The Memphis Grizzlies.
The Knicks have a better starting five.
You said the Pelicans. They laughed. And the Spurs. I'm assuming they feel like it's better.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
Bro, the Las Vegas Aces have a better roster than the fucking Knicks. Like, what are
And
we?
not to mention, they also said that Elfrid Payton is going to be better this year because he doesn't have as much pressure because Kemba's here.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Okay.
We're not
Okay.
doing. I see they're doing the checklist thing where, all right, well, we have a better point guard, they got a better center, they got a better two guard, we got a better power forward, and nigga,
Nigga,
they
that's
got
crazy.
Luka.
That's crazy.
They got Luka. You got Randall. Them niggas team is better, straight up, bruh.
That's crazy,
The
bro.
Knicks dead ass. If they were in the West,
Bruh, if you put
Nine?
Luka,
Nine?
if Luka took us four, then let's keep it a buck host. If Luka took us four,
hey,
we would be a better lineup than the fucking Knicks.
Put me on the wing.
Because of just
Put me on the wing.
Put me
Put me on the wing.
Put me in
Put me
the
on the wing.
post.
Put me on the wing.
Put me in the post. Put B-Souls in one corner. Put Omar in the other corner. Put
Put me
Sage on the wing. And give Luka the ball. We're beating the Knicks in 7
You
games.
double
Like,
Luka
what
at
we
the
doing?
free throw line, and he go like these, nigga. Glue hands. Hold up. Yeah,
Like, what are we doing, bro?
I
They
can throw a
must-
mean
they
touch
must-
pass off the
stupid.
corner, man. I'm just saying.
Bro,
must
can you
think that-
imagine
I'm
a
going
Luka
stupid.
Damo pick and roll? Pick and
Oh
pop
my
action?
God.
Come on.
They must
Come
think
on,
that
dog.
Evan
Hardaway was nice.
Fournier. They must think that Evan Fournier is about to
Fournier
go
is going into the
crazy.
season expecting to drop 18 points per game.
Say that
And they
again.
must think Kimba's about to like turn the clock back or something.
Is it fair though when
Turn
you're
the clock
considering
back
they
and
have
get better. Fuck that. Listen, turn the clock back and get way better. Holy hell, man. And look. I'm being dead ass. First of all, Dom, the pick and roll is cool and all, bro. Trust. Yeah, y'all thought Tim Hardaway was nice, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you ever imagine if James Harden was a Maverick? Man, I swear, on that bitch, tween, step back, fillet from the 3-point line, nigga. I'm wildin'. I'm having a
Hey, send G4 out of here. Let's end this. This nigga talking about fillet for the 3-point line. Appreciate you, G4. Hey, G4, that was a good, interesting conversation.
Not the
I actually fuck with
fillets.
G4. That was. I just can't believe. I can't believe Nick's Twitter is like. Nick's Twitter is wild. We should have asked him. Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Wait, see if he come back up. 2 seconds. I just want to know what they said about them in the East. Because if they think they're 6 in the West,
You
nigga,
right.
they think they like
Yo, G4.
G4.
Quick question. Dang.
Oh shit, he left.
He was like, nah, y'all
Nigga.
niggas move me.
If they 6 in the West, bro, they gotta be like 2nd or 3rd in the
They
East.
saying they
easy.
better than the Nets or the Bucks. They're not gonna do both because that's how
That's
niggas
wild.
like them do. They be like,
That's what. But that's what.
they got
Nigga,
that one.
6 in
They ain't gonna lie, they got one.
6 in the West is like top 3 in the East. Like, gotta be right. Like that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They're
That's
I
crazy.
guarantee them niggas put them second. I guarantee you, because the way hot take niggas work, they always let one stupid obvious thing fly and then try to sneak you with something just as obvious, but just so they can talk a little bit. They be like, man, the Knicks ain't all right. I ain't gonna lie. The Knicks ain't got nothing. The Knicks ain't about to beat the nigga Giannis. But the Knicks don't play defense, bro. They're better than the Knicks.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that we legit still have 160 in the chat listening to us do this shit?
We do.
Man, I've been trolling for like an hour.
We've been recording for
Facts.
3 hours. We've been streaming for like closer to 4. Shout out to y'all
I've
for
been trolling for a smack hour.
Listen, thank you all for sticking around with us through TOS words and all. I appreciate you guys. Listen, we'll be back next Sunday.
Sunday.
This Sunday, actually.
Sunday.
Upcoming
This Sunday?
episode 69. Be there or be square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The biggest episode we've ever had to this date.
We crossed the
Y'all
100
know
point.
about spaces.
We crossed the 100 episode mark like 3 episodes ago. Shout out to y'all, man. Let me throw a round
So
of
we're at
applause.
160.
Yeah, 160.
How come I heard
got better now. What the fuck?
Fuck it, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna
Gunshot
give you
real
a
quick.
better number. I'm gonna give you a better number. We're legit. Last time I checked, we was at 8.5K subscribers on fucking YouTube. Yo, we're dead ass gonna hit 10K by 2022, which is fucking insane.
Hey, let me get another one. Let me get another one, man.
Nigga, I'm not gonna lie. Before Thanksgiving, even we'll hit 10K, especially with the season starting. But we can have that conversation at a different time. Listen, make sure y'all subscribe, follow. It's still September. Subscribe to us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, our individual Twitter, individual YouTubes, all that jazz. We'll always be around.
Look how much you're
You'll
spamming.
be in my.
You gotta check.
But yeah, with that being said, B Souls, say goodbye to the people.
Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. The growth has been consistently amazing, man. Shout out to y'all, man. That's it.
Damo, say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Sage, say goodbye to the people.
Hey man, Nuzlocke tonight. We're gonna finish that little anime joint a little bit later, and I might talk basketball with y'all a little bit later. But yeah, I'ma fuck with y'all niggas.
And with that being said, bye guys.